Yeah, we in the trenches, feel that hunger in the air.
Yeah. Welcome to the yard. If you're tough, you can stare. Yeah, welcome to the yard. Where the chain spots shine, bloodlines run deep, every pedigree's prime. The game APBT, worldwide pride. You come correct, or stay the hell outside, legacy made. We grind, we hustle. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike locked in the scuffle. Yeah, we run the yard, iron fists and grit. When the sun comes up, no, we never gon' quit. Dudo and Devo, legends carved in stone. Patrick Bolio made the yard they home. Tanned and yellow, they whisper through the trees. Echoes of greatness, feel that legacy breeze. Going hard, going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodline stack heavy, 52 way so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard where greatness prevails. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes, all on the fucking deal. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Tails in the dirt, every chain spot turn, lessons learned hard. Like the scars we earn, no shortcuts taken. Champions ain't bought, just blood and sweat. This legacy taught from Mayday to Ace, Buck to Jeep. Every warrior counts, we ain't losing no sleep. Heat like a furnace, knowledge is the key. In the yard we trust, we got the pedigree. Feel the intensity, blaze in the fight. In the shadows of the yard, we rewrite the night. From the ring to the chain, we like kings cut out. Mo and Mike, every victory's what we shout. Going hard, going hard. Yeah, we run this yard, nothing but the best. We don't play it all, bloodline stacked heavy, 52 way so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Y'all in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Yeah, legacy in the dirt. Yeah, to that fame. The game APBT. Remember the name, so step back. If you can't handle the heat, the yard's going hard. Put the game on repeat. It's Mo and Mike. The kings in this game, going hard. Kennels forever reign the same, nigga.
It's Mo and Mike in the house.
Going hard with the legends. Paying homage, you know. Yo. Twins Mo and Mike, we running this game. Legends in the making, never gonna be the same. Kennels popping hard, these game dogs raised right. The brat, pretty mama, they shining so bright. LeMayday, what a day, they breathe the heat. Red Ruby L-Rod, they can't accept defeat. With 38 special and yellow bird, we top tier. Champions, grand champions, ain't no fear.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Made a bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some baby we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
KPTO, the modern Earl Tudor. Got in the pack, making moves like a tutor. APT, family thick, like legends in the game. Legend of them, Triple M. Shout out the name, Deep South, Roadblock. We upholding tradition. Mama, Southern Kennels, we got that ambition. Hardcore here, the Stone City brings the fire. The Abrahams, the fam lifting us higher.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Made a bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some baby we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Listen up, respect the hustle, respect the grind. Being Nate Dogg, putting in work intertwined. Keeping that legendary status alive, you feel? Don't hate on the ride, catch the bus, we keep it real. What's history without a future? We pay the way, captain. We make it happen, that's the play.
So here's to the champions, run the race, stand tall. Twins Mo and Mike, we gon' answer the call. Legends in the game, yeah, we holding it down. In the world of game dogs, we wearing the crown.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Made a buck Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some maybe we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Shout out to Ohio Cash, the man with the plan, Rastaman Boom, Schoolboy, aka the. Let's
for this game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Rob, 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 rob. Rob, rob, rob.
What up? What up? What's up? Echo in here and get this together right quick here. Big shout out to all my people out there in the Shark Tank. Big shout out to all my people out there on the back street. What up? Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hold on, let me get my shout outs right quick. Big shout out to my man, D-Bay3, aka Big Ben in the Hills. What up, fam? My man's in there. Big shout out to my man, Casino Life Prayers in the house. What up? Yo, big shout out to my man, Melee. 420 in the house. What up, fam? Yo, my man. Happy 360 in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man, Terrence V26 in the house. Welcome to the Shark Tank, fam. The one and only Double M. That's for like button. What up? Yo,
Mike, you sound like you're too close to the mic.
Karen B26 in the house. New member to the Shark Tank.
Mike, you sound like you're too close.
Fellas.
Mike, you sound like you're too close to the mic.
Like a real type of conversation and shit. Hold on, let me get these out the way right quick here. Big shout out to my man SB Say Kennels in the house. What up, fam?
Mike, you sound like you're too close to the mic.
Paul Johnson. What? Big shout out to long time supporter, my main man, Mr. Burning Star in the house. What up? Yo! My man, Cannabis Cowboy in the house. What up, fam? Yeah, it's a nice conversation. It's like this one. Okay, I got it. I got you. I got it. You know, I get myself worked up. I need to cut my mic down. What you're saying, right? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. 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 Let me see here. Yeah. One of these conversations that, you know, we try not to get too out of the whack, because y'all know what we do over on this show right here. We're always going to talk about the past because that's where we safe at. So y'all got to understand that. You know, it's important to learn and understand the history of these dogs, considering, you know, that, you know, we had books and stuff back in our day. So we just taking advantage of what the internet has to offer. That's how you use it. You know, my thing is, you don't use it to where you got to abuse it, because abusing it's going to bring you problems that you just don't want to have. So we try not to abuse our abilities to do what we do on these podcasts, because the laws are different now than they were for us back in the past. But the dogs in the history is something that you can't go back there and change. So it's always good, you know, for the ones who probably lived back in them days or grew up during that time period. They probably like knew a lot of these people. Then you got some of this, your dog fanciers who just like to just hear about the history of the American Pit Bull Terrier, especially from somebody who was actually out there doing it. And then you just have the ones who just want to learn. You know, they suck it up for all the information because there might be something in the conversation that might just help them, you know, do a little better in creating your yard, maintaining your yard, or even trying to get you a better footing in trying to, you know, pursue, you know, some type of career dealing with these dogs, because, you know, as quiet as it's kept, a lot of us made a career out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But in the totality of the conversation, advertising, promoting of your dogs is a little different. Well, it's a lot different, because in the past there were so many things that you know, Mo's going to go over and give a couple of advertisements and a couple of the dog men and how they used to do, you know, promote the dogs of the past. Well, nowadays these things can lead you to, you know, serious trouble, because one thing you do not want to do is be stuck with a title of selling and promoting dogs for the purpose of dog fighting. And it's, sometimes you have to understand that they can take little things like, you know, dogs bred for the with gameness and all those kind of things, champions, and then you putting their wins on there and all that type of shit. And you just helping them research you and shit. So I'm just not a fan of people who advertise these dogs of the now, because some people just don't want that to be advertised. So I feel like the person want to advertise their shit, they should be the only ones, you know, let them take the risk. Other people shouldn't have to throw them under the bus, you know, just to say they know the dog or know the person and bring heat and all that type of shit, because I just think that's just unwarranted headaches that you just don't want to have. So keeping it like that. Other now, you're more talking about the other things that matter: the intensity of the dog, the abilities these dogs have, the smartness that they have. You know, because wall climbing, treadmill racing, confirmation shows, those things bring a new light to the game. And that's why I told you going into 26, we're going to kind of push that a little more, because that's the new direction that things should be heading toward in the future, where you can get the exposure and not have to worry about, you know, the problems that came with these dogs that we had in the past. You know, it might sound crazy to a lot of people, you know, I mean, we talk about the journal, because back in the journal, that was our internet kind of situation, you know what I mean? So I think the purpose of the book, even though it was a publication, you know, a lot of us just felt more open because of the community that we were involved in. Remember, we didn't have the World Wide Web like podcasts and all these other things to where we jump out there and you're sending your fights in and shit just to be recognized. And that days are, to me, are long gone. But not taking them away from nothing of the future is that's what you're building on. You're building on the future of us. Okay, that brings a new light to them, you know, and I think that helps the integrity of the game, because you're going to find yourself having to prove, you know, the dog is always going to be the reason that people talk, you know. Good dogs are always going to be talked about. So that's just something you guys got to just keep in mind and keep it close and pay close attention when you're out there selling puppies or advertising certain dogs, you know, because they look for things like that just to get, you know, if it's nothing but to just be nosy. So keep your nose clean. Stay out the way. Remember, over here, we can clearly understand we're gonna always talk about the past, because it's the past. This is something that helps a lot of people, and then it's just fun and entertaining. Okay. Let me see. I want to make sure I didn't miss no names out there. Hey Mo, I know you're out there in the house. You out there, bro?
Yeah, can you hear me? Mic check.
I know that.
Can you hear me? Mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, turn your mic down a little bit.
Okay, hold on. Hey, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Big shout out to my man Jason Amazing in the house. What up, fam? All right, it's on you, Mo. I know you had a little story you wanted to clean up some little shit that you had. You know, your boy from Super Kennels gave you a call. I mean, I guess you want to go ahead and take care of that right quick, man.
Yeah, I can do that. What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for coming out here on this Talk Shit Tuesday. Yeah, I can jump right on in here. How y'all doing today? Okay, let me see what. Hey, I'm gonna dive in here for a minute. First, give y'all that conversation we had on Barracuda that the other night, and I just want to bring him up. And we're gonna talk about it. Okay, here's the story. I'm going to read this story here on Barracuda, and then after that, we're gonna go a little further than that. Okay, I got his championship certificate. You know, remember they said he wasn't a grand champion. You know, I always say, you know, have your receipts. You know, because if I was sitting here trying to explain that to y'all without receipts, it's like the person's telling us the hey, the dog wasn't a grand champion. He ducked Abbott and all that stuff. Well, I'm gonna put an end to all that tonight, so you guys will see what it looks like when you have receipts. Okay, let's get into this thing and let's get it started. Okay. This is the story on Barracuda. I'm just gonna read down through here. Y'all bear with me. It all started when No Name J is the kennel that had Barracuda from the start. They also had, at one time, they had Barracuda and May. So just imagine that. Barracuda and May on the yard. It all started when No Name J went to Southern Kennels Yard and saw Barracuda as an 11-month-old pup. Victor told Jay that the pup had just got into a kennel accident and stopped a 2-time winner. Jay was impressed with the way the dog looked and acted and bought him right there on the spot. Shortly after, they began to show the dog off the chain against conditioned dogs. After winning 4 times, the dog Jay called Southern Kennels. After 4 times, the dog Jay called Southern Kennels and asked for the papers on Barracuda. Victor said if they want the papers, then they should start over and make him an official registered champion. This is where the career of the dog that came to be known as the Southern Legend began. The first time they brought him out, it was over before it started. Barracuda came out as if he was shot out of a cannon. And Thug's Chinaman had just become the Southern Legend's first victim. Now, no one was talking about Barracuda, and shortly after he was on his way to Georgia for number 2. It was a 5-dog show that featured 4 champions, one of them being Barracuda's half-brother, Champion 600. First to go was Barracuda in the Champion Fatty, that's Crossroads Champion Fatty. Fatty, a son of Grand Champion Yellow, had the reputation of being an extremely game dog, going over 2 hours twice. I knew we were going into a bulldog that night. Once again, Barracuda came out fast, strong, and soon enough, Champion Fatty was picked up and made it one of his gamest attempts I have ever seen. A couple months later, he was hooked for his 3rd at another big show in Tennessee. This one will turn out to be Barracuda's hardest. They went toe-to-toe for an hour and 50 minutes. Both dogs seemed to know that if either one blinked, it would be over. Could have found his way to the back end, and at 1 hour and 54 minutes, Soldier stopped making Barracuda an official champion. Shortly after that, No Name Jay got into some serious trouble, and that's when I got the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to purchase Barracuda. He didn't come cheap, but was the best thing money could buy. So for the next year and a half, Barracuda was open to the world with no takers. Then I received a call from my good friend, the cowboy, letting me know that there was this badass dog called Champion Big Daddy that had just stopped the infamous Champion Red, who was going for his grand championship and was said by many to be unbeatable. Well, Champion Big Daddy completely got outclassed Champion Red, a 4-time winner, and put on a display that had many saying that he was the total package. Big Daddy's owners were letting everyone know that they believed that he was the best 55-pounder in the country, and if Barracuda wanted the title, he had to come north and get it. I called my friend Cowboy, who knew Big Daddy's owner, and told him we were willing to do it and bring it right to his own backyard. Sure enough, they agreed, and it was on. Before that thought, there was another small matter to be taken care of. There was a guy claiming to have the dog to beat Barracuda, and right in my hometown of Miami. Well, we set it up. In 30 minutes, the 3-time winner Black Boy was taken care of, and Barracuda didn't even break a sweat. Now Cuda was a 4-time winner, and the only thing that stood in the way of his grand championship was the Dog of the Year title, and the Dog of the Year title was Champion Big Daddy. 3 months later, I was right in champion Big Daddy's backyard. And as it turned out, it was Barracuda's easiest contest. Again, he came out strong in the back end, front end, and in 30, it was all over. And there the status of the new legend was born. Latin Force Kennels Grand Champion Barracuda and Dog of the Year in 2002. He says, that's Latin Force Kennels says, special thanks to Victor for breeding such an exceptional animal and to the Cuban Missile Link for conditioning him for all 5 shows. And to all my opponents for being first-class acts. And also to the Cuban Cowboy and Mike from Word Kennels for their friendship and hospitality. Couple pictures of Barracuda right quick, guys.
While you doing that, more, I'm gonna give a big shout out to my man Bam 305 in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man Mr. Garland Mitchell in the house. I see you, fam. Yo, K-Walk, what up, fam? Big shout out to my man John Johnson's in the house. What up, fam?
Nice looking dog, though. They look like a big old Tulsa dog. Okay, here we go, y'all. I'm coming back to the house. Okay. Yeah, that was a good story there. I enjoyed that one. See, now you know the one thing about it was look at his no name. You know, them boys, they really had it going on down there. You know, they ended up selling May too. You know, just for, you know, reference. Yeah, they ended up selling her too. Okay, great.
Big shout out to my man, Mr. Marcel Shepard. What up, fam? Elegance the one. What up, fam?
Hey, Mike. Mike, your mic, it be going out sometime, man. You might, I think your compressor is doing that.
Yeah, it's too loud.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking like this, I got it pretty much down, so I got to back it up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. that should help.
Okay.
The funny seeing you way over there and you saying that to me. You know what I'm saying? I got you.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up this one. Trying to get it here.
I appreciate you letting all my people out there in the Shark Tank. Big shout out to my man SVC Kennels. He said that's what I call it, like you pulling your face down on each cheek. Big fam. Hold on. I got you, Mo. There you go.
All right, guys. This is Barracuda match report. Sporting Dog Journal 1999. This is Barracuda's match report. Latin Force Kennel Grand Champion Barracuda. Make sure I can see it good. Y'all can see that good, right? Okay.
You're right there, Mr. Burning Star. Mr. Burning Star Cuda did win 9. And like we always told y'all the story, just somebody else just telling the same story. Victor was not playing when it came down to them people getting them papers. You know what I'm saying? He was not playing. You know, but remember, yeah, he was a 4-time winner. I know you knew pretty much about them first 4, didn't you?
I knew about all of them. Yeah, the only one that I didn't see was Chinaman. Okay, there's his matches. Okay, the first one, that was Third Kennels, Chinaman, it went 18 minutes. Crossroads champion Fatty. Look at the weight, y'all. The first one, he went male at 55. Recognized Kennels, Hurricane Kennels. The second one was Crossroads champion Fatty at 56. Havana Chico was the referee, went 1 hour and 6. His third one for his championship, he went in the Triple M Kennels Soldier. Male at 55. It didn't go 2.5 hours. It went 1 hour and 33. It might have seemed like an hour and 50 some minutes, but it was only 1 hour and 33. Supernat was the referee. Yeah, I would say it was as hard as match because he was on a good dog. He had a good conditioner. Soldier was in great shape, you know, and he was a bulldog. But trust me, y'all, what I seen in the match, Barracuda was just taking his time and breaking him down slowly with that pressure. He collapsed under the pressure. His fourth one was against Overtown Kennels Black Boy. That's the one where they picked him up and took him out in Miami. And then he went for his grand championship with Airtight Kennels champion Big Daddy. See the weight? Male at 55. You know what I'm saying? It went 32 minutes. And Ward Kennels was the referee. So
now, that should take care of all of that conversation about Abbott, right? Going into Barracuda, right?
Right. You got Barracuda whooping 2 champions and some damn good kennels. Okay, that's what got him Dog of the Year. And it's clear to see, there's no doubt that Barracuda was a grand champion. Earned grand champion. I'm going to pull up Big Daddy and show you how good Big Daddy really was too, because Big Daddy wasn't no joke.
Now, Mo, before you move on, Abbott was what? Abbott wasn't 55 pounder, was he?
Who, Barracuda?
Abbott.
Say that again?
Abbott was not a 55 pounder.
No. I got his match report up here too.
Okay.
Okay, now this is Big Daddy's. This is what the dog he beat for his grand championship. Airtight Kennels Big Daddy. As you can see, Big Daddy was a 53.5, 51, 54, and they brought him up to 55. See what happened when they brought him up out of his weight class? They took Barracuda lightly. Now, the 51, he ended up going 2 hours and 9. That was kind of out of his weight class, but he beat the farmers a whole lot. But,
hey, you still got a Barracuda's paper.
I do? Hold on, let me.
Yeah.
Okay, here, let me go back to the window. Thanks for letting me know I did all that work. Okay, stop sharing.
I see you, Vance. You said you was hooked at 53. Now, you think they were going to ever bring Barracuda from 55 to 53? Maybe that's one of the reasons. You ever thought maybe that's one of the reasons why it wouldn't happen? Because why wouldn't y'all just go all the way up to 55? You know,
You're right.
there's just things that just happen sometimes that just don't, when people just throw things out there, we bring you back to reality. This don't have nothing to do with ducking or nothing like that. Sometimes people just can't agree to weights. Just because you say 53, they stuck on 55, you weren't bad enough, but then, you come to 55. Nobody, that's like asking a person to give up 2-3 pounds. That don't work, man. Some people will go for that because they want to do it, but then you notice like what happened to old Big Red, that the Big Red dog, what that other dog I was talking about. He went up from 51 to 55, or from 53 to 55. To me, that's still too much. I mean, they paid for it, but again, that don't have nothing to do with ducking. That's the reality of it, because I know the people who had the dog and they just, fear just wasn't one of them things. Because if they really wanted to make it happen, they'd have came in at 55 and made it happen. Don't negotiate at 53 and think somebody's going to come down to that, because that's the same problem that caused
Big Daddy to lose.
You're right.
Okay, this is Big Daddy right here. Airtight Kennels Big Daddy. Yep, he on the screen, right? Okay, I see him up there, so I'm pretty sure he's there. All right, this is his pedigree. And then here's his match report. The bred and raised and campaigned by Airtight Kennels, won 3 times in the Northeast against credible competition. His championship match show was over a champion. A good champion too. Captain America, you know what I mean? Okay, his first one was against Animal Steel Kennel Schoolboy, 53.5. He won at 28. Clown Bar Boys was the referee. A good kennel, recognized kennel. The Farmers, Havoc, Hellock or something. He's a 51. He went 2 hours and 9 minutes. Green Beret, another recognized kennel. 2 hours and 9. His third one was against Captain America's Champion Red, which was a good dog. Okay. He went 54 and a half. It went 50 minutes. G.O.D. was another good kennel. And then you see what happened to him. At 55, came up too far. He lost to Latin Fork Kennel champion Barracuda in 32 minutes. Ward Kennels was the referee. You see that? See, that's what that to me, that's what happened and not only did it happen, it happened in Eminem's in them match. They came up trying to catch Barracuda because they didn't think nothing much of him. They just thought, that they can go out here and just whoop on these Mayday dogs because they really wasn't circulating as much as everybody, as everybody was catching the rap. This is how they became so famous, because everybody was out to try to beat one of them. It was literally catching hell trying to do it, trust me. Bratton Luke Kane was already out there causing noise. Champion 600, he was out there. Noriega was just coming out. Chanel was just coming out. May was just coming out. Annabelle, all these were Mayday dogs. Twisted was just coming out. And they just went on a tear. Everybody and their mamas wanted to beat one of these damn dogs. Trust me. I know, because I was the one that Victor turned to when they wanted to make sure everybody got their papers who was recording their matches. I was definitely one of the ones who was staying on top of everybody, making sure that the matches were getting reported. That's how I know so much about all of them. Okay, I'm going to go pull up Abbott, y'all. Just give me a chance.
While he doing that, let me give a big shout out to my man, Mr. Guy Ghosting in the house. What up, fam? Yo, my man, Mr. William. Yo, J Rock. I see you, fam. Cliff behind enemy lines. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man, Mr. Carlos Leonardo. What up, fam? Pride Bar Jack. What up, fam? Money Joe. Domo. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man Pride Bar. He said, Shoulder Brats champion record. You ever put hands on Barracuda? I put hands on Hunt. He was crazy.
Yeah, I was out there winning the 91.
Hands on
taking Triple M,
bro. Including Mayday. Big shout out to my man Horsepower 992. Okay, it's on you, Mom. Sorry about that.
Okay, well now we got on the table right now, we got Grand Champion Abbott. Super Kennels Grand Champion Abbott. Wild Rooster is the one that actually had it. Abbott was bred by Wild Rooster Kennels by breeding their bitch to the registered married sire, White's Tab. He won his first show while still owned by Wild Rooster. Huh? He won his first show while still owned by Wild Rooster. But Wild Rooster was in the process of disbanding, and Abbott was sold to Super Kennels, who won 4 more with him, winning over some top competition in the Deep South. Okay, now look at Abbott's weight, guys. He beat the Tennessee Dog Pound, great kennel. Broadway Jack, that's Jack Kelly, was the referee. And went 2 hours and 11 minutes. He went at 51 pounds. He also went in the White and Company's White folks, who is the one that had Tab. Male 50. He beat him in 43 minutes. He beat Blue Collar Kennels, that's down here in our way, at 51 in 22 minutes. S&K, 2 recognized kennels. He also beat Hardcore Kennels, Bozo. Male at 51. That went 48 minutes. Color Brothers was the referee. And then he beat Solo Kennels big time at 52. That went 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now, just for instructional purposes, I want y'all to look at that. And now you see why Barracuda and Abbott never went into each other. It's not like Barracuda was worried about Abbott. My question would have been, would y'all have been willing to bring Abbott up to 55? See, that would have been way out of Abbott's weight class. That would have been stupid on their behalf to even think that they could go in there at anything high as that and think they were going to run in there and beat Barracuda. He was a good dog, but he was way out of his weight class.
But ain't that the same issue that they were having with Stone City and the Mayday situation?
Yeah, where they wanted to put, right. Victor wanted to put Yellow Buck on. Victor wanted to put Mayday on Yellow Buck. Yeah, but Yellow Buck wasn't. He would have been a fool to go up to Mayday's weight, and Mayday would have been a fool to come down to his weight.
Now, what was Yellow Buck's weight?
Huh?
Yellow Buck seemed more like in that Abbott's toward, closer to Abbott than Mayday.
Yeah. Well, well, here's the thing. He wasn't even. He would have been better off putting Yellow Buck on Barracuda. Because Yellow Buck was closer to Barracuda's weight than he was Mayday's weight. You know what I mean?
Right.
That would have been a better hookup. But you gotta also remember, Yellow Buck was such an older dog than Barracuda. I gotta remember that. Remember, during this time, Brat and them are already champions. Do you know how old motherfucking Yellow Buck was dead by the time these dogs was out there like that? So it would have been no way that Yellow Buck and Barracuda would have ever touched each other. There was two different time limit, time errors. Yellow Buck had already been grand champion. He had already made his breedings, and on Christmas Day he got hit by a garbage truck. But you see, there's such a big difference in the weight. So hopefully that put an end for anybody. Now y'all can carry this story, and y'all have seen it for yourself. There's proof that there was nobody running, neither kennel. Super Kennels was never known to run from nobody. Look at the dogs that Abbott beat. You know what I mean? But you can't take nothing away from Abbott. So I'm pretty sure Abbott wasn't scared of Barracuda. He just wasn't in Barracuda's weight. And yes, he would have been a fool to take that dog in the Barracuda, giving up that much weight. And I know, eagles ain't that big. You know what I'm saying? Eagles just ain't that big. And they would be a fool to bring Barracuda down so low to prove a point. Two great dogs, two grand champions. Y'all see their certificates. So now, guys, let's keep the story and let's keep it right. I'm showing you the right story, not a made-up story.
Two great kennels also.
Huh?
Two great kennels also.
Yeah, two great kennels, that's for sure. Like I was saying, Super Kennels, how you gonna, Super Kennels won't worry about no Barracuda. Barracuda been anywhere close to that weight, they would have did it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, come on. That story that we heard the last show, it just was no truth behind it. And I like bringing receipts. I don't like arguing with somebody. I'm putting up my receipts, and I can guarantee you there's no other receipts than the receipts I just showed y'all tonight. So there's the real story, okay? That's the real story about Barracuda and what kind of bulldog Barracuda really was. And you don't take nothing away from Abbott, because Abbott was a hell of a good dog. They would just, they go down in history as two great grand champions. They both they made it. They did their thing, and so that should be the end to the controversy, because, some people would have believed what my man was saying, just because you got two people talking. But when you bring receipts and put it on the table, now we ain't talking about it, we reading about it. You see what I'm saying, fellas? So y'all got the story. So can't nobody come back through there and try to run some bullshit up under there what they want to say about Barracuda. If they was left to everybody was swear to God that they could have beat Brat, they could have beat Barracuda, they could have beat Twisted, they could have beat Chanel, they could have beat May. You know how many people have felt like they could have did that shit? Well, guess what? Look at all them champions. And the only one out of all those champions that was in the United States, who was the only one that lost, was Noriega, and he lost to Ajax. Grand champion, dog of the year. And we know that story. He wasn't in no great shape. And look, the dog only went 40 minutes and both dogs died. So that kind of gives you an idea of what kind of dog Noriega was, even in terrible condition. You know what I mean?
So I think that outcome would have been totally different if Havana Chico had did it.
Oh, it would have been totally different. If Havana Chico would have did it, he would have killed Ajax. I'm just telling y'all what I know. I'm telling y'all what I know. You saw Barracuda up in Tennessee too. You know, Barracuda wasn't nothing to be playing with now. He was a machine.
No. Got some little links going on here.
What's going on? Everything all right? Okay, before I leave, before I get away from this right here, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Barracuda had a son, Latin Force Kennels champion Orca. Put your picture up here, Orca, right quick. As you see, he was off of Barracuda. He was a double-bred Barracuda dog. That's champion Orca.
What's going on there?
What's wrong, Mike? Let me see if I'm up here. Yeah, I'm up there, so I ain't worried about it. That's Orca, double bred. And nicely bred. Heavy Mayday for damn sure, as you can tell. Okay. Now, I went to there. They bred Bebe to Orca. And Bebe had a champion. Jamie Long made that breeding with Bebe and produced Gus, a 3-time winner. Gus was a badass dog too. He was another dog. The longest match was 40 minutes. That was his longest match. The other point that I wanted to make, don't forget, Sassy Girl, that's still Kunta right there. So when you say there's a lot of Mayday there, there's a whole lot of Mayday there. And there's the Stone City Cross. Whole lot of yellow in this whole pedigree. Me, I believe, I always felt like what made these dogs great producers is the yellow carried the all-worm trait. And if you notice, all these dogs is heavy yellow. Every one of these dogs that I'm showing y'all, the ones that I'm talking about here, they're all heavy yellow, up close yellow. We're not talking about generations of yellow. We're talking about from back here to Bruiser, and this bitch right here, Uncle Red was off of Bruiser. So that's double bred Bruiser. Bruiser's off of yellow. Mayday was off of yellow. Nico Jr. coming off of Awesome Baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Nico coming off of Awesome Baby. That's more yellow. Yellow Buck, more yellow. More Mayday, more yellow. Golden Girl, more yellow. Barracuda, more yellow. Yellow Girl, yellow. You know what I'm saying? Mayday, that's a whole lot of yellow there. To me, that's what brings that all-round product to the table. I believe that. And like I was saying before, every one of Bebe's champions that Bebe produced, and I mean every one of them, see that double red bruise at the bottom? Look at all that yellow. A whole bunch of yellow there. That's where the registered mare came in at, everybody. Whole bunch of yellow. And if you look at Ace carried a whole bunch of registered mares and his pedigree. His second generation, he ain't got nothing but registered mares in the mug. Remember, he came off of Charlie and Miss Wooly. Wooly literally made to champion Wooly. Gotta remember, Charlie came off of Finley's Bowl in Honey Bunch. Registered mare. Bottom sider Ace was off of Tom's Dick Spider, bred to Zebo. Registered mare. See, that's when I be saying registered mare traits. Baby produced 4 champions. The thing about Baby and her 4 champions, if you look how they were bred, we already know that there's Gus. Now I'm gonna do Elrod. Elrod and Yellowbird were litter mates, coming off of Maximo. Maximo was a son of Mayday. Look at all the Mayday in there. Now we got a whole bunch of Mayday, a whole bunch of yellow, and there's nothing but registered mare traits in that pedigree. So that's why you have champion Elrod and champion Yellowbird. Now that's 3 champions right there.
What up, Marlo?
Then the final one would be Water Day. I'm gonna pull her up, and then we can move on from there.
But you don't have to. Just, because it has a different setup. What you do, what you do is hit your camera, turn your camera.
For bomb back in, when all 3 of our matches under 30 minutes in the West Coast and Midwest. Because she's bred a whole bunch of Mayday.
Camera, and you're going to see the microphone.
See that?
You know,
Mayday. Mayday. More yellow. Now we adding buck. More yellow. More yellow. Now we got yellow and buck. Miss Nico. More yellow, more buck, cross with the Jeep. Let's not forget, Sassy Girl. She's full of Jeep. You got Ace coming down off of Charlie. And Yellow Apache was a heavy, not only yellow dog, but she was a yellow Jeep buck dog. The same thing you see there. See her pedigree? That's Yellow Apache. Heavy Honey Bunch. That's for damn sure. You got Otis, Grand Champion Snake, being bred to Jeep bitch. There's Kate, Jeep's little mate's sister. So now we got Kate in the pedigree. We got Charlie in the pedigree. And we got Jeep in the pedigree. And we're going to have double bred. Remember, that's brother-sister breeding there. And that's brother-sister breeding down here on Crystal again. Because of the double bred bruiser stuff. Scooter Red is another buck dog. Now, when y'all see these pedigrees, man, remember this is how they was breeding back then. It wasn't like we wasn't doing. I mean, we wasn't doing the same thing. Not heavy bolio. I'm sorry, guys. Idi Amin was a bolio. They go that Patrick Bony Macaroni off the Tombstone stuff. Remember, we see the Bony Macaroni. We were talking about that Friday, and we was talking about how relevant it was. You'll find in Mayday's pedigree.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up, man? I was trying to explain because I know y'all was in Tampa, man. So I was trying to explain to you. That's why I keep telling you I was there. That's why I keep telling you in the chat I was there. Y'all story is a little different from my story. You know, I was right here. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you the story of how, like,
in Miami.
Yeah, and with Barracuda. I was trying to explain you the story. You know, I know you got a side, but let me explain it from my side.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, as far as with Barracuda, you know, I seen Barracuda. So you can let everybody know, like this model for Super Kennels. That's me be saying Vance. That's me.
Right.
So the whole time I was there, I keep telling you I was there. And as far as with okay, I even start with Abbott. I hooked them. I was doing with Abbott at 50, 51. I seen Barracuda like 6 times. I brought him up. We hooked him at 53. That was the weight that we hooked on. We agreed on that weight. We agreed on that weight, the time, and everything. At 53, I seen Barracuda from a puppy. All those off the chain rolls, everything. We hooked them both at 53. We hooked them for about 20. We hooked for a certain amount of money. So then it's time to put the forfeits up. They called it off, trying to change the weight. Now they're trying to make us come up more to 54, 55. My dog went at 50 pounds, 51. So we hooked it at 53 at the weight. I begged them, let's keep it on. And it's time to put the forfeits up now. We got the date, everything we hooked. They wouldn't do it no more. They wouldn't do it no more.
Either.
But I'm saying they hooked it. We was hooked. We had a contract. We had a contract.
It's only hooked when we lock it up. It's only hooked until it's locked up. It ain't nothing hooked until the lockup money comes.
Yeah, but we had everything. It was no. We down here, we really don't put no forfeits up. So once you call out a date, you really hooked. So if I say I only probably put up maybe 3 forfeits up in 35 years, and that was going to be one time. We don't put forfeits up because everybody know each other. So we was hooked, had to date everything. They called it off, and then so we begged them, let's go. You know, I begged them for weeks to do it. But as far as when I was telling you about,
but did they pay the forfeit? Well, hold on, did they pay the forfeit?
No, they called it off because we didn't have it up. We didn't have it up or nothing. So
they knew they weren't going to try to bring Barracuda down to 53. That's just like
we was hooked.
And just like they were trying to bring Mayday and Yellowbuck together. Yeah, they were. Yes. I heard the same story with Mayday and Yellowbuck.
But they agreed on the weight.
The exact same story with Mayday and Yellowbuck. Victor wanted to go into Mayday. I mean, he wanted to take Mayday into Yellowbuck. Yeah, Jesse agreed to doing it but Jesse's figured to know you're gonna bring him down at least halfway where we meet in the middle. Victor ain't coming down to 55.
They called the weight out. They called the weight out. They said that we agreed on the weight. You know, so we was gonna come up. So let me tell you about, and I can even tell you about why I know. This is why, as far as when I kept telling he didn't win 9. Okay, like I was there when I even schooled on Barracuda when Jay had him. I used to go to his house and we done put dog. I done schooled on Barracuda. So every year around Christmas time they used to have a roll They used to have rolls. Everybody just come there with dogs. They do off the chains. They do rolls, and everybody from our areas they'll tell you that's true. Yeah. All the time, Barracuda did off the chain rolls. Boom, boom, boom. Did off the chain rolls. Did about 3 or 4. Now
he won 2 times. Didn't he win one with 2 dogs in one night?
I can't. Yeah. I can't remember.
He beat 2 dogs in one night. Bill bought one dog.
I think so. I think so. Yeah, when you say that. Yes, I think so. Okay. Now, so you know he was doing off the chain rolls, so that's true, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay. So now Abbott and him is around the same age. So They was doing them. They was doing them. So at that time when we was hooked, that was when he went to Georgia, when he went to them boys up in Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay, he went there, and I think he might have went to Tennessee. Okay,
Yep.
he was like about a
Yep.
2-time winner. Abbott was like a 4-time winner now. So next thing I know, Abbott a 5-time winner. And next thing I know, and I used to always call Ulysses. You could even ask Ulysses this. We used to get on them. Abbott now, their careers was over around the same time. Abbott's a 5-time winner. He was like a 2, maybe a 3-time winner. Next thing they started sending those off the chain rolls in as matches. Like those, that's when you see Thug and all that. They sent those.
Marlo,
I'm trying to tell you because
I'm the one that sent them in. Marlo, I'm the one that sent Barracuda's matches in.
And they probably was telling you to send off the chain rolls.
Well, guess what? I know Triple M wasn't off the chain. The Tennessee match wasn't. Crossroad
Those were real matches. Those were the real ones.
Then those are the only ones that got reported. Them are the only ones that you see out there on that dog certificate.
I'm talking about the Miami ones. The Miami ones.
Okay, but then none of them matches get recorded.
No, those Miami ones they were sending them in. Those off the chain rolls.
But they did not get recorded. None of them get recorded.
Run down his nine, and I guarantee why you only run down his 9 and you'll see.
There is no 9. He's a 9-time winner. That's all he is. He is not no 9-time certified winner. He's only a grand champion with 5 wins.
No,
that's why Victor did not give them the papers, because I was the one that reported them. I was the one that helped them get the papers on him, Twisted, 600, Chanel, all them dogs. Victor had me making sure all those dogs got reported, and there's not a fake match in Barracuda certificate. What you see on that certificate is that one damn off the chain on there, and it does not say anything about 9-time winner.
So who is Thug? What you call it? Who was that?
That's
the first one, the very first one. That very first one.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was that?
I don't know who he is. I know
you don't know who it is because that's one of them dudes off the chain. That was one of the off the chain. Nobody don't. Who is that's them dudes off the chain matches? That's what I keep trying to tell you. Those were off the chain. His very first match is when he was at the Casino Boy's house. That was his very first one. Those are off the chain. They took the off the chain ones. He's a bona fide champion. They took the off the chain ones and sent them in. As he was winning, they're sending another one in that he won with off the chain. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You're trying to say out of the 5 that's on there, Marlo, how many you trying to say off the chain?
Off the chain.
I'm gonna say those 2.
Out of the 5 on there.
What one? What 2 you talking about?
I'm gonna say those ones off. I know that first one definitely. I'm gonna say that. I like I say, if my homeboy was around, he'll tell me about that fourth one. Cause I want to say that fourth one when he went to they went to some boys down there. I've never seen him go down here in a match. He was not down here because I'm here. I'm going to all the matches at their spots. I never seen him. I'm telling you, he was not winning matches in Miami.
Who on the one that before they went to Tennessee? That's the match before they went to Tennessee.
You seen that one?
Yes, yeah.
You seen that one?
I've seen that one. Yes.
Okay.
I'm the one who recorded the match. I'm telling you, man. I was the one that recorded Barracuda's matches, bro. I told you only match that I did not see was this first one. But I seen the second one of Fatty. I seen the third one.
That was up in Georgia. The second was in Georgia. It was in Georgia. That's when they went into the 51. I know. Everybody, my whole camp was there.
He wasn't going to 51. Fatty was Crossroads.
That's the one I'm talking about. Crossroads. That's the one. He went into a 51-pound male, and he almost lost. That's the reason because that one there.
He stopped Fatty. Come on, man. He stopped Fatty. That wasn't even a fight.
I know, but what I'm saying,
didn't go but 30-some minutes.
My whole clique was there. That's the reason why we say, damn, Abbott way better than that dog there. That's the reason that match there is the reason why.
Crossroad, right after that, I went up there and I lost the Crossroad to Lock and Low. So I'm very familiar with all that. I remember I ran around with D South. Ain't D South down there in that area?
Yeah, he didn't mind me. But that's the reason why at the cross.
Why do you think I was running with D South? So it's not like I'm not even matter what you're saying. I'm gonna keep it real though. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
At the crossroads, at the crossroads. That's the match that made us want to put Abbott on him. That was there. That's the reason why we said we'll bring Abbott up to 53 and drop on him. We probably brought Abbott in 52. Huh?
Did you go to Tennessee?
No,
my homeboys. I didn't go to the Tennessee one. I know about that one.
But
I didn't go to Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah, I know about that one. I know about that one. I know about that one.
And then Captain America, come on now.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like I say, but I know I kept saying 9-time winner, everything you keep saying.
Well, they all say that. They say he won 9 times, but he's only a grand champion for winning 5.
I guarantee you that very first one is the what you call? They were sending the off the chain was in. Because I used to tell Ulysses. And Ulysses, this is what Ulysses used to tell me.
One thing. You know that Victor made it an issue about them getting them papers.
Okay? Yeah.
Because they wasn't registering them dogs matches. Now, that's not up for argument because that was big. You was in Miami, and I know Victor was too. So we ain't gonna
I'm the one that was recording. I was the one that was recording. I was the one that even got all their papers. I'm the one that even got all the papers.
I know this is what I know. When what his name was like a champion or something like that, he was like a champion, about 3 or 4 time winner. I done told this to Ulysses, and the same thing. I told this to Ulysses, like, why are you sending the dogs in? What you call it? He even said because he was done. He was done. He counted them because the off the chains were done, and he sent them in. He even told me that himself. This is stuff that I used to do.
There's not one journal that you catch one of them matches in. Not one.
You won't find one journal that got them off the chain matches in.
Not
Man,
one.
I got find me who I'm find me that first one. I can even bring Cal in on that one there.
Well, you're saying 3 or 4. You're saying 3 or 4. You can't say. You got to bring receipts on that. I hear what you're saying, but I'm showing you receipts. Now you wanna go back and forth with me? Get some receipts. That's when I say start talking.
I know what they were doing with him. He
okay,
wasn't.
But you were making mistakes.
But you still got. It's saying 9. It's still saying.
You were making mistakes when you were talking about the matches that got reported based on what you said is not true because we just showed you. We just
you
showed
just
you.
Said, but you said he got 9 matches. I said he's not a 9-time winner.
Does it say 9 matches on his grand championship?
But it says that y'all kept saying he was a 9-time winner. I said he didn't win no 9.
Everybody says he's a 9-time winner.
He's still a grand champion. He's still a grand champion.
The reason
we don't see
the reason why I listen that day. That's a grand champion. What do it say by his name all the time?
If he won 9 matches and 4 of them was off the chain, he's still a 9-time damn winner.
No, he's not. You gotta be contracted. Come on, man. You gotta be contracted.
No, we're not talking about contract.
No, they're not. You don't count no off the chain. That's the same thing that what is that? You know you don't count off the chain.
And they did not get
They must be conditioned. They must be conditioned and contracted. That's the rules.
Marlo. Now you know I can go back in there and grab on Macho Buck and have the same damn argument because I know evolution very well. So you don't need to be going there that day because I can get deeper than that.
No, we already was there. I didn't take
but you already know I can get deeper than that. If there's any flaws and shit, there's flaws all over that. And I know how that was going. I know what they were doing.
All I know, listen, all I know is if they
I know both parties. There was more bullshit going on over there than what you trying to make over here.
Well, all I know is was he conditioned? Was he conditioned for his matches?
All 5 of the matches reported. Yes, he was.
Okay, so then what's the issue? He was
Barracuda was a 5-time winner.
No, he said you know about Macho Buck. Was Macho Buck conditioned?
On what one?
Was Macho Buck conditioned for all those matches?
We still trying to figure out the matches that
because they called me Because my friend ref a lot of them. They called me on every single one of those matches to go to.
Okay, but
like
he
when we
only
went into Frank
refereed
J.
one, and he
to
only
North
refereed
Carolina.
one, and I know for a fact that one of them
He
was stolen.
refereed one, but he seen them
That's
he
right.
seen them like 4 times.
I hear you. But I know for a fact it wasn't all that. No, he didn't. No, I know for a fact no, he didn't. I know what I'm talking
Jason
about.
Ain't, you
I know what I'm
Jason
talking
ain't
about.
see him what?
I said
Jason,
know.
Jason stayed in Texas.
I know what they did.
Jason stayed in Texas. See what you did.
But
but he seen him. But he was at the first. He was at his first 3.
Saying,
he was at.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
No, he wasn't. Because
Yes,
3 of them
was.
2 of them didn't even. I know for a fact 2 of them didn't even happen. I know what I'm talking about.
What 2?
2.
What 2? What's 2?
I'm not going to put him out there like that. Come on,
put it out there.
No,
put it out there.
Because
that's why the reason why. That's the reason. That's the reason why. When you
Who
said
owned
that
the
that
journal?
day,
Who owned the
when you
journal
said
at the time? Who
that
owned the
day that
journal
he
at
was
the
a
time?
9-time winner, put it out there. That's why I'm gonna put it out there because resumes
Who
count.
owned the journal at the time? Who owned the journal at the time? Who owned the journal?
At what time? At what
When
time?
Michael Buck got his grand championship, who owned the journal? It wasn't Jack.
Was it work? What was at the time?
Okay, now let's keep it going.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. And what was Ward doing? All them, look at all them awesome bucks. Look at all them Latino dogs that made dog of the year. The whole time he had them. I'm asking Jesse, how is Ward Kennels getting? How is Evolution getting away with that shit, Jesse? And I know they're not matching all those dogs because they don't match dogs. They weren't matching them then, and I know. Trust me, I know everything that was going on over at Evolution.
So they weren't doing it all because I remember.
No, they wasn't. Hell no, no, they weren't. No, they weren't.
So you saying the first 2 weren't done?
I'm telling you.
You saying the first? Because my kennel partner said my kennel partner.
No, I'm trying to tell you, your kennel partner lying to you because I know for a fact. I know for a fact that they weren't done. I said I know for a fact.
The first 2 weren't done.
They were not done.
Oh man, I ain't never heard. He would have told me that because he told me he seen him.
You got somebody who was right there. Like I said, remember
he told me he seen him go his first time out.
I knew Evolution. I knew Victor. I knew Jesse. I knew Ward Kennels, and I knew what the shit they was doing because I was questioning them on it.
But he told me he seen him with his first match. I remember.
Okay, but I'm just letting you know what I know.
But why would my kennel partner lie to me if he was at the? But what I'm saying, why would my kennel partner lie to me if he had the show?
Bro, I'm just telling you, man, Evolution was bullshit. They was lying.
But what I'm saying, why would he tell me he seen him go his first? No, but what I'm saying, but why would he tell me he seen him go his first time?
The Ward Kennels was reporting them matches. They was reporting those matches, and they weren't matches.
No, but
why all working together? They was all working together, all of them.
Why would my kennel? Why would my kennel partner?
Ask Chico Lopez the truth. Why you think them two fell out? Ask them. They're telling each other now. They were telling them. Evolution will tell you the goddamn Macho Buck wasn't a grand champion. He hates Chico that much. He'll tell you himself.
Well, tell him to bring on, so bring it out. That's why you think when you said that he's a 9.
That's their argument. That's their beef.
But you see when you said, I'm big on resume because we went and got ours. So I'm big on resume. So when somebody yell out 9-time winner, what I said, that dog ain't win 9. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I wrote it there.
He won 4 of the chain. They ain't no
that don't count. Though you can't say he's a 9-time winner. That's 4 off the chain and that. That you know that it must be contracted.
That's what they got him at. I don't see no 9 times.
You can't say he's not a 9-time winner.
I don't see no 9 times in no motherfucking journal.
You see everywhere you see Barracuda name, and you even so why you said it that night? So why did you say that night Barracuda's a 9-time winner?
I said he's a grand champion, 5-time winner registered.
No, you did not. You said 9-time winner because everywhere you see Barracuda name, it says 9 times. Everywhere. Just like a dude just wrote earlier in the chat. because that's a grand
You don't see
championship
9 times on the
certificate.
certificate.
Because that's a grand. So then, okay, then, Mike. Okay, Mike. Okay, wait, Mike. Why did you agree when a guy said Cuda won 9? Why did you say you right? Why you said that when the dude in the chat said that? That off the chain don't count.
So what Jay said that they weren't all off the chain.
So we counting off the chain.
He said he went into 4 conditioned dogs. They say he went into 4 conditioned dogs.
So we counting off the chains then. That's what we do now.
Well, is that what you want to call it? He went into 4 conditioned dogs.
Cut it out, Mike.
He went into 4 conditioned dogs.
Cut it off, y'all. We ain't counting no off. We ain't never count no off the chain. So how? So none of y'all dog.
What else you call a match is not recorded? What else do you call a match is not recorded? Come on, Marlo. What do you call a match is not recorded? What do you call it?
Marlo, there are a lot of guys out here just in this audience, and back in the day, they didn't even report to the journal. You agree to that, right?
Yeah, I got grand champions
right
now that I ain't report.
As long as you agree to that, so we got to understand the journal is not all be all when you got to give people their respect when it comes down to that.
But people know when it's a bona fide, when people got bona fide dogs. Like I guarantee it, I didn't report not one on Omega Red Championship.
Oh yeah, I remember Omega Red, but yeah, he still
the journal was getting jammed up. I guarantee it. But see, everybody know he a grand champion though, right? But everybody know not one report I sent in, but everybody know he a grand champion. You see what I'm saying?
Omega Red ain't in the book, man.
Bona fide dog being new.
Are you telling me Omega Red ain't in the book?
Because y'all didn't report.
No, not one. I said no. No, he's not registered in the journal as a grand champion.
What did you register that?
He's not. We didn't send him. We didn't send him in. The journal was getting jammed up at the time.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I was getting ready to say that, man. Remember, this was when Omega Red got won his grand championship.
He don't got
after Mike went.
He don't have a championship.
Kennels went to jail. After Kennels went to jail. Am I correct?
He don't have Omega don't have a grand champion or a grand championship certificate, but everybody know he's a grand champion.
When did he go? When did he get it? When did he get it? When did he win? When did he win his 5th one?
After Kennels
he won his 5th one probably like around about 2002 or 2003.
No,
I never sent them in. We never sent them in.
Wow. Man, out of all
we never sent them in. I think it was around the time.
He's the only one out of all the champions y'all didn't send him, and he's the one you don't send in. Out of all the goddamn champions y'all got.
Jack Kelly, which one got busted? Jack Kelly or somebody got busted. We stopped sending matches in, man. I'm trying to tell you. We never sent in Luger. We never sent in Luger. Listen, find me. You can't. I bet you can't find Luger Grand Championship. We did him in 204. We made Luger a Grand Championship. We did him in 204. We did a Grand Champion name. We got a Grand Champion named Pistol. We didn't send his on in. He's a Grand Champion.
Yeah, because
we weren't sending them in.
We wasn't sending them in.
That's what I'm saying. Luger, think about it. Luger don't have a Grand Championship. We didn't send them in no more. I'm trying to tell you. We don't count off the chain rules.
Yep, because he got busted in 2003. He got busted in 2003. And they raided him in 2000. Yeah, 2003 they raided him.
That's what we did. That's when
they went and hit Jack's house. So, but he was still
so we didn't send.
He was still putting out the.
We weren't sending them in. We weren't sending them in no more.
A lot of us didn't send them in. A lot of us did not send them in.
Nobody, listen. Nobody, all that off the chain rules.
Didn't you get a lot of?
Don't count no
Omega Red.
But we recognize,
you know that, Dale. You know nobody never count no off. Never see.
You name one kennel out there that does not recognize Omega Red as a grand champion. Tell me one person can who
I didn't say that, but we talk about it. That's why I try to say.
The dog game knew what he was.
No, I know that. I understand that.
He didn't have to be in the book.
That, but what I'm trying to say is nobody.
Grand champion. What about Batman?
But what I'm trying to say is nobody recognized off the chain matches. Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
What they saying that the man said the dog he won 4 matches. He said he won 4 matches into 4 conditioned dogs. Is what the man said. That's what Jay said.
Man, that was we was doing stuff on a Christmas. It was not. You gotta be. It was.
I'm only telling you what we just read tonight. I said the man.
I understand that, and I explained it to you. Those are Christmas matches. Those are off the chain roles where everybody show up. It was nothing contracted. No dates were set. You got stipulations on what a match is.
Right. Remember,
you know that. Read the case of rules.
It must 2 in one night. Remember, I said he won 2 in one night.
That's what I'm
saying. That's what I'm saying. He won one, and then the dude went home and got another one, and he beat that one too.
So here's 2-time winner.
When you call him off the chain, because they ain't recorded in that, they ain't like recorded on his certificate. But I know about the 2 that he won 2 of them.
But that's what I'm saying. So you can't put them as no matches.
What I mean, look here, man. I don't see them recorded. I don't see one of them recorded nowhere.
Okay, we got 5. Where the other 4 at?
Nowhere.
We got 5. Everywhere you see Barracuda, it says 9.
I don't see them recorded nowhere. He's the grand champion. That's all I can tell you.
But where's the other 5? Why everywhere you see his name?
He's
why
the grand champion, Marlo. He's the grand champion.
So now he's not a 9-time winner no more.
Nothing to do with him winning 9. All he had to do was win 5. And that's how he got his pay.
Y'all said he was a 9-time winner.
All he had to do was win 5, and he got his papers. And he did that.
But y'all said he win 9. That's what I was correct.
Everybody said. No.
I'm telling you, they was sitting.
The journal said he won 5. The journal says he won 5.
But why back?
Period. That's only a period there, bro. We ain't talking about 9. We only talking about 5. What made him grand champion?
Victor got upset.
I still say that first one probably one of them. I still say that first one.
Hold on.
Gotta give me a little bit more than that, though, fam.
Hold on, Mark.
Because there was definitely a recognized referee there. He definitely got a recognized referee there. You need to go check that referee. He's down there in Miami. You know him. Go ask him.
Yeah, I know him.
He's definitely a recognized referee, so you go ask him.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Go him with you tonight. You to the butt, him with you tonight.
But I know. But when all I know is he did not win 9. That's what I'm saying. Because when y'all was saying it. When y'all was saying
him a 9-time winner. I don't call him a 9-time. I call him grand champion Barracuda.
Well, I know whoever was talking that night, and they was naming all of
them. And Victor said he wasn't giving them no papers until they started recording his matches.
All I know is what made me say that because when whoever was talking at the time.
Come on now, man.
Whoever was talking at the time, they said they was naming all of They were naming all the champions and They said Barracuda 9-time winner. I said, no, he ain't win no 9.
Well,
I said that's what I said. I know he didn't win.
Y'all want to give him 5 contracted matches, and you go argue with them about them other folks. Because right now, all we got to deal with is him being a grand champion.
Registered.
Well, I got 4 off.
Yeah, you got to go.
Well, I done 5. I got 4 off. I got 4 off.
I only got 5. I got 5 on record. I got 5.
I got 4 off there. So I know y'all ain't gonna say. As long as y'all don't say he a 9-time when I'm good.
I'm gonna say what I want to say, Marlo.
Marlo, I'm gonna say what I want to say because he's still a grand champion. You can argue with them about the 9 because I'm not the one putting up the 9-time winner. They are.
Yep.
So you want to go argue with somebody?
Okay, one of y'all said it.
You argue with the guy.
One of y'all said it.
Okay.
One of y'all said it.
I'm gonna keep it up, man. I'm gonna keep on.
He said a 9-time winner.
Yeah. Why not?
Why?
He was a 5-time contracted winner.
Hold on, Mo.
Come on, Mo. We ain't gonna do that. You're a dog man, so I know you ain't gonna do that.
Everyone said.
You said I said it. I'm telling you, I said it.
You're a dog man. You ain't gonna say that. You ain't gonna do that.
I don't do off the chain matches.
Okay, so then what? So then, if resume means something, we all over the
if he won 9, it wouldn't even matter because he ain't queen. He didn't do queen. Queen was an 8-time winner. That's a goddamn fact.
Listen, I know how hard it is to win a match. If I know a dude won 1 off the chain and he called him a 1-time winner, I'm gonna correct that because I won. I've been out there. I've been coming home 1 and 2 in the morning. I'm gonna correct that.
You know we're gonna correct that. Come on now.
I'm gonna correct that.
Why you think Victor went off? That was the whole purpose. Victor was going off about it. That was the whole reason Victor was going off about it. That's why Victor got mad. That's why Victor didn't give up no papers to none of them.
It's too hard to win matches. So if a joker just say they take it off the chain, they take it off the chain and win.
You got to go argue with Jay. Jay said that he took Barracuda into 4 conditioned dogs. Now that's an argument for you and Jay. Now here's the other issue. You want to say that you got his first match against that third Kennels as a recognized referee right down there where you at. Why you ain't go ask him about that? You need to go check with him about that because guess what? He's the only one that you can argue about. And what if he tell you, yeah, they did have an idea of referee that match. No, it wasn't off the chain. But you don't know. You don't know. But you do not know. I can tell you what's recorded, but you know he down there where you at.
Because
why don't you ask him? You know
because he was there because he was there doing reffing and got them off the chains.
Okay,
that's what I'm telling you.
He was there
doing all the chains.
Recorded match.
I know. I seen him. I seen him. Listen, I seen him go. I've seen him. You know,
the man didn't say it. I got the report. I got the report, and the man didn't say that.
I
and he had already won. And he had already won 4 prior to that. Before I started recording, Barracuda had already won 4 off the chain, like you want to say.
But
so I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one. He was already a 4-time winner off the chain when Victor told him they wouldn't get no papers. So the first match I got was the third Kennels fight. Now,
so
that was
you said he won 4 off the chain and another 9.
No.
Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man.
Come on, man.
We call it whatever they wanted to call it. They just didn't report them.
That's all we know. They was right to what they recorded. That's all we know.
Ain't gonna give them the papers.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
That's all we know.
I ain't never seen no OTC on behind Barracuda shit.
Never
seen it.
Never seen it. You go argue with Jay about that.
I know.
It's not on us. Listen. It's not on us to argue with. It's not on us.
I ain't got. I'm like I say. I've seen him go by all them times.
I've seen him go too. I've seen him go.
That's what I'm saying. So
I recorded 5 matches off the dog. Not them. I did. I'm the one that got the papers. No. You ain't gonna change my mind. I'm standing there listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I can do the same thing with goddamn Macho Buck and show you and prove that.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I did it before. I told you that.
Let's do it.
I did already. But I did already. I did that already.
I don't remember. I don't remember when Macho Buck first time going out. When Macho Buck first time. When Macho, you say so. You say his first two. You say his first 2 fake.
No, what I said was he probably is a champion, but he has 2 matches that don't nobody know nothing about. Nobody.
You said the first 2, right? The first 2, which one?
I asked just about him. I said, why are you letting them get away with that?
He know there's 2 that don't nobody know nothing about.
Exactly.
Okay, which ones?
We got into it. It was the first 2. One of them was refereed by Super Kennels. That was one of the ones that had a question mark. That one right there had a question mark. Okay?
How to have a question mark?
Because we still trying to figure out which one of y'all refereed his match.
The Jason one, that's Jason. He stayed in Texas. The one
Jason need to be standing here tonight.
Listen,
I know that was one of them.
Listen. First of all, Jason. Listen. If Jason don't like Dave. Jason don't like Dave because Dave set him up. Jason don't like Dave. He would not say that wasn't true. He don't like them. He don't like Evolution. He wouldn't say he's seen the first match if he don't like them. He don't like those guys.
But I know that, man. I knew all that, man.
Okay, so why would he tell me he's seen these matches for people that he don't like?
Look, he the one. Are you telling me he's the one referee Macho Buck's match? And he don't like him? Then he didn't look at that time.
Listen, at that particular time, they was okay. Remember I told you we had a dog named Pistol that we made Grand Championship with?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 weeks after we done him, I went on the run from the feds. Okay, Dave set them boys up to get robbed for a pistol. That's why he don't like them. That was after the Macho Buck. He don't like them after that. He would tell me, man, them matches fake. He don't like them after the pistol thing. Okay, that was 2 years after 3 years after Macho Buck finished.
But man, I was going through this shit with him.
He seen him go those first 3-4 matches. I supposed to went to the one with Frank Jacobs. They called me every time. Hey man, come. Hey man, come. They invited me on every single match. Jason used to go see him. Jason seen him like 3 times.
Hey man, look.
Hey Mo, Marlo, y'all hang on 1 second right quick. Okay. Let me give my shout out to my people right quick here. Big shout out to my man Calypso Booker in the house. What up, fam? Let me see else what I got here. Big shout out to my man Mr. Henry James in the house. What up, fam? I just said the insane honey badgers in the house. Let me see here.
Hey man, your mic keep going out, bro. When you do that,
is it still going out?
Yeah, I think your compressors are too high because it's muting.
All right, I don't know why I can hear it. Let me see here. I want to make sure I get everybody before y'all get off into y'all thing again. Big shout out to my man Melly Montana in the house. What up, fam? Let me see who else here. 1 second. Okay.
Back away from the mic a little bit.
All right, that should be better because I am way from the mic right now.
Yeah.
No, right. I got the studio mic on, so.
Well, that's why you shouldn't even have to be that close. That's right.
Right. I want to give a big shout out to my man Insane Honey Badger. He said, only a few GHK. I'm just the most vocal. I'm green and my VN on this phone don't track back to my house. Okay. All right, Insane.
I
shout out to my man Calypso. It's Bear Bulldogs. Calypso said 100 viewers and only 30 something likes. Where they do that at? I love this show. Hey, y'all tighten up a little bit. Tighten up a little bit. Y'all show some love. Hit them like buttons. Hit them like buttons. You know, that like button don't cost nothing. Hey, I want everybody to first hit that like button. And this is my man Marlo, Super Kennels. You know, we bulldogging, so trust and believe, fellas. This is how we bulldog. We
bulldog. We family. Don't believe that.
This
we definitely that.
So don't get
no talking shit like dog, man. You don't hear us cussing each other out. You don't see us calling each other names. You don't see us cussing each other. We talking like we talking dog.
Yeah, definitely. I mess with y'all. That's why I hit you up.
Okay, shit, nigga, you my hero. You already know that, nigga. Come on now. I wish I was, y'all. They be talking about that STP shit. Every time they holler at STP, I holler Super Kennel. You know what I'm saying? Every time I say Super Kennel more than I say STP, bro. Come on now.
Yeah.
But we gonna
appreciate it.
But look, check this out, Joe Marlo. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you the incident that happened. Here's the incident. Chico and what's his name? Albert got into it. Albert put all his business out there. I said, well, Albert, you the one that taught the nigga this shit. You taught him how to do this shit, and now you're mad at him because he turned on you. Remember, he took off with Macho Buck. So he was fighting mad about that shit. And he said, he ain't no real grand champion. Yeah, he put it out there on the internet. Clearly.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how, because I think I remember my kennel partner told me he seen the first 3. You can look and see which ones he ref. Pull his grand champion certificate up there, see which one he ref.
Yeah, let me pull it out. Let me go get it. Okay, I got it on deck, fam. I got it on deck.
Yeah, pull it up because I know he seen the first one, and he ref one, because the very first one he went out, he was still young, and I know he said he was like, I like him a lot, but I don't like him better than 3. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember he said that on his first time. That was his first time, but he still was young. He was a puppy.
I think he's a pretty looking goddamn dog, and he could have won. But I'm not blaming Macho, but I'm blaming the owners.
Yeah,
I said the owners.
Yeah, if they didn't do them, sure, you see me, I spray you. I spray you in a minute when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We get out there, listen, I be out there late night walking and all that stuff. And you think I'm gonna just let a joker just get that credit like that? No,
Look,
I don't
man.
care.
Let me tell you what Chico did, man. And here's the first sign of the bullshit because not only he did that with that awesome Mayday dog. That dog lost that night. That night he got pulled over and they ended up taking them dog. He had that dog down as a champion.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got back out here, Awesome Mayday was a champion. I said, how that dog was a champion when you picked that motherfucker up and when that motherfucker started bleeding. And on the way home, you got stopped by the police and they took you. Oh, didn't nobody know that story?
Yeah, that's how I felt about the other one. Like when I come home, Barracuda was go to championship. I leave and go to prison, come back in 5-6 years. I see 9 times. I say, how the hell he was retired? He won 4 though.
But I think they was just saying he won 9 because of them 4 off the chain, bro.
It'll usually say, you know that it'll say like 5 contracted and this many off the chain. It don't say that. It don't say that on his.
Jay said
because he don't have OTC behind him.
Yeah, it'll say 9-time winner. That's all it say. That means he won 9 contracts.
He said he won 4 going into 4 conditioned dogs is what he said. That's what he said. He said he won 4 going into 4 conditioned dogs, and he tried to get the papers from Victor, and Victor said this to not only him, he said it to all of them. Until y'all start recording Maydays, puppies, matches, don't ask for no papers. And I was the one who was going around making sure all the matches that these dogs was having was being recorded. Victor, he wasn't even around. I was the one recording Chanel's and their matches. Me.
So you see,
did Victor send you their papers?
Yeah, Twisted papers, included paper in them. They came. Victor had them sent to me. He had signed the certificate and everything. That's how Deep South got theirs on Twisted.
So you say you seen the Crossroads.
I've seen Fatty. I've seen the last one, the champion male, and I've seen Fatty, and I've seen Triple M in Tennessee. I was Georgia, Tennessee, and that you know which one I'm talking about, the one that you questioning.
Yeah, come and find out about them.
What is it? The yoke one before he went into that champion for a grand championship. That one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he got a recognized referee on that one too. He was a recognized referee that night on his matches. Every one of his matches was recognized.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of times when they were doing them off the chain, I'm trying to say it was recognized referee because we was all there. So it always was recognized referee. Cause we get together every Christmas. You don't remember everybody getting together and going to the Cuban spot on Christmas? You don't remember us, everybody meeting down there on Christmas? Okay, it was always recognized referee in there because it was full of dog men. Yes, and they were sending them in. It was easy. It was easy to have a recognized rep there.
Okay, well, guess what? Some of them guys must have been sending them into the journal using them recognized referee. Okay,
yeah, but it was off the chain. Those are off the chain. We just meet up on Christmas.
Nobody ever say that to Jack Kelly because Jack Kelly would have put that shit out there and put a question mark on it because he was definitely known for doing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
If somebody had written in and told Jack would have put it out there.
I can't really say. I usually tell the jokers. I don't think we were like. I ain't think we ain't the type of dude gonna call Jack and be telling, hey, man, but we'll tell the joker straight up. I know I done told that to Ulysses himself. So what I'm telling you is exactly what I told Ulysses. So you know what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I told you what he said. He said just like you just said it. Like there was there was unconditioned. That's what I'm telling you. He told me that there. That's how he told me that there. And I said, same thing like how me and you going back and forth on that they was conditioned. He was going back and forth and saying they was conditioned. I said those are still was off the chain rolls for the Christmas. Everything the same argument me and you having. That's the same one that Ulysses had. I'm telling you,
Well,
I used to talk
can
I
y'all
used to talk
agree
to
to
you. Listen,
disagree?
you can't disagree
Can we
because
agree to
off the
disagree?
chain rolls ain't matches. You
But
can't
But they
disagree.
don't say,
They,
oh, he never said, Ulysses said, he didn't say OTC. Ulysses said they was conditioned matches, man.
yeah,
yes,
that's what Ulysses
That's
was
all.
saying. You know, I know that's what he's saying because that's what he says. He
yes.
said in
Yeah,
4
when they say
matches.
OTC, you know,
This ain't
you don't see 4-time OTC. Barracuda, I see 9 on Barracuda. I don't see nobody putting 4 OTCs.
that.
They just say they didn't register them. And we know there's a lot of guys who didn't register their dogs, but they still deserve to, you know, they feel like
Yeah,
they
they
still deserve
listen.
the
I know a
respect that they
lot of
need.
good dog man that didn't sit that what you call it but the bona fide dog man that wasn't. You still recognize their dogs. You're not recognizing the
Right.
ones that you just did them off the chain. I'm talking about you could go and say
Right.
you know who was registered, who was really bulldogging, and they probably didn't send him in. And if he won 4, yeah, that joker won 4 with that one. I seen him go about 3 of them. Everybody know we word of mouth. You know that.
Right, yeah, you're right. That's right. Just like we know about Omega Red. He ain't in the book, but
Yeah,
I thought he was in the book because
nah. I
I
told
didn't
you
know
that
he wasn't
last
in the
time.
book.
I told you that last time when I was on the what you call it. I
I
said,
missed, bro, I missed that one altogether. I ain't gonna lie
nah,
to
cause
you.
remember I said I told you I ain't never see his papers. I forgot I ain't never even see his papers, his pedigree. You had to tell me. I ain't never seen Luger. I didn't see Luger pedigree when you
Wow.
read it down to me. Because I got it, you know what I'm saying? I never seen them. I didn't care about the papers like that. I cared about once they win, and then I started breeding them, then I might start worrying about the papers. When we got Luger, stuff like that. You read Luger pedigree to me.
Mm-hmm. I be up
Yeah.
on that shit though. Fam, I
Yeah.
be watching, I be
I don't.
following everybody. I be following the colored brother. I'm following all y'all, man. I knew everything
Yeah.
about that. I
But
didn't
that why
know.
we didn't. You'll never find Luger Grand Championship. You'll never see. We never sent them in. He deserved to be one, but everybody know he won. We never sent in Pistol. That's another Grand Championship that you probably never heard of. Pistol and Omega. We never sent Omega. Then that's 3 Grand Championships that that people don't even know about that we never sent in.
Wow. And
Yep.
I just knew my boy was in there.
Mm-mm.
I
But
did. I really thought Omega Red was in there,
no,
man.
I never got a chance. That's when I think Jack Kelly get hit?
First word Kennels got hit, and then they went and
Okay.
hit back. Yep.
Okay. Whenever they got hit, we weren't sending them in. We didn't want to get caught up in that. We didn't want to get caught up in
Hey,
that no more.
as you see, there he is right there, man. I got him up. You see?
Yeah, who that is? What you call it?
Yep, Macho Buck. Yep, I'm going down
Yeah.
to his matches.
Who was the first? Yeah, see the one with Jason. Which one? Jason Real? Because Jason told me he seen the first 3.
The second one here. Hold on, fam. I got it. Here it comes.
Yeah, so that's why you saying the first 2 was fake, but he was rough that one. He won't lie. Trust me. Trust me. If they were fake, he would have told me, and then I would have sprayed it. He would have told me that. He was. I don't care.
Uncle Marlon.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh yeah, baby. Sorry.
It's okay.
Mhm.
okay, can y'all see that? Was that nice and
So
clear?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, look at those, Marlo. There they
so
is.
so you saying like
I'm gonna tell you which one. They had there was a question mark right there on the 53. You know, B Bailey.
which one?
The first one and the last one. Now that's Brian Bailey.
No, the last one. The last one when he beat that champion. He beat a champion.
Okay. With that one, I know that no fear Kennels Edge. Wasn't that dog a champion?
Yeah, he beat the champion. Remember when we talked about it? Because I don't want
Right.
to told you he was a champion.
Yeah. Okay, that one right there. That one right there. That was the one that you said was a champion.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's Brian Bailey, right? Is that Brian Bailey?
I can't.
Because that's the only B Bailey I know, and he's in Tennessee. And I'm pretty sure he didn't go to Tennessee because Brian Bailey don't really travel down south. And then I'm still, but I can tell you the one that was question mark. There was a question mark on the 2 right here in the middle, Jacobs and T Nice. But I ain't heard of T Nice Kennels before. The thing they was questioning me was, I was asking Jesse about is who was MG.
You said
Me and him got into about that one and the other B Bailey. Are you telling me the Bailey went down to Texas? Because Macho Buck wasn't traveling.
Yeah, he did. He traveled to he traveled like that third one. He traveled to North Carolina. That's Frank Jacobs in North Carolina.
Okay, because
I
I
was
remember, yeah,
that's
because
in
that was,
that's in Lumberton, North Carolina. I supposed to went to that one.
yeah,
He
that's
did
where I
travel.
know. That's where we from. I was down there in North
Yeah,
Carolina.
so he did. He was traveling. I can't tell you what.
Yeah,
Like I said, every
his
single.
wife told on us. My boy, my KP got busted. That's the day his wife told on us. She literally called the police on us at a match, and we got.
Yeah, but I thought you
we
said
got
like
busted.
you said his first. I thought you said his first two.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know my
yeah.
friend seen it. My friend seen those.
See that? You
He
see that
he
first one?
ref that one.
No, which one? The first one or the second?
You see he ref the second one. You see that?
Okay, yeah,
That's
that was the
Jason.
one. Yeah, that's the one that we was asking about. Like, was Super Kennels, was he down in Texas or something?
My friend Jason stayed in Texas.
Okay.
Jason stayed in Texas. He stayed in Texas for like 10, 12 years. That's where
Okay,
Lupita. That's where
so
Lupita
little
and Sonny
Blackie.
Boy. Lupita and Sonny Boy, all them died out in Texas. He
Okay,
stayed there.
so did they go back to Carolina again?
When?
On his fourth one.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I don't know. They just to call me. I can't tell you. I didn't follow it like that to tell you like where he was at. I know they used to
Right.
call me and invite me. But
Because look, I'm only gonna tell you what happened when they fell out. When they fell out, Evolution put all their business out. He put out there that Macho Buck wasn't a real grand champion. He only won 3 matches that was really, really recorded. The other one was fake.
But
yeah, Evolution said
it
that.
got the same. It got the same judge on the first and the second one. The first and the last one.
That's Brian Bailey. That's Tennessee.
Yeah.
So I know that he didn't go up to Tennessee twice. I know that for a fact.
My homeboy seen that. He know those dudes. He know them dudes.
Well,
He was there.
Brian Bailey is the one whose crib we was at when we did Barracuda.
But
when he went in the Triple M, that's whose house we was at in Tennessee, Brian Bailey's house. So I asked, my question was, where did Brian Bailey come to Texas?
He was there. He know them dudes. That he know them dudes out in Texas. The first one, he know them dudes.
But Brian Bailey lives in Tennessee. Did he don't go to Texas?
I'm just saying he know them dudes.
I'm just telling you what I know. Brian Bailey, he gets around, but he don't go to Texas.
Mean, won't you hit him up and see if he reffed them?
Well, I never made it an issue, bro. Because y'all know my thing
but you done said it now, so it's an issue. You done said that, put it out there.
It's right there. I mean, you want to just stand up there arguing about the shit for him. I tell Brian Bailey, that's who that is. And you telling me that's Brian Bailey. You know him? Brian Bailey's in Tennessee. And I remember Macho Buck going to Tennessee.
Yeah, no, that was in Texas.
Okay, then Brian Bailey lives in Tennessee.
Yeah, but like I say, you could. I mean,
Brian Bailey lives in Tennessee.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can. Is there a way you can find out? You know, is there a way to find out to see if he can?
I can't really say, man, because it's been so long. You know, I don't think it's worth it. You know, the question mark. And then the MG went again. That's North Carolina, Lumberton, North Carolina. That's clearly yes, that is Frank. That is clear. But I'm just saying, did he go to North Carolina twice?
On which one?
The first on that third and fourth one. Referee got the same referee.
I can't tell you where.
I can't tell you. You ask Evolution. Evolution sit there and tell you. You know, Evolution say he won 3 and then he won 2.
Yeah, okay, I can't tell you what he won. I can't remember.
I mean,
but I know they always.
He was trying to ruin Chico because of whatever happened with Macho Buck, and Chico ended up winning. It caused it a big rip, and he literally put it out there on the internet that Macho Buck wasn't a true grand champion.
Yeah, but was he? You think he
just? I was telling you when the shit was going down. When the shit was going down, I was going off because I'm sitting back watching what Evolution was doing, and I'm asking Jesse, you know, how do you let these dudes do this, and you know what they're doing, and you don't say nothing? Why don't you say something? Come to find out, because Jesse's cousin does the books for Evolution. See, I didn't know that. Remember, that's how I ended up with Sir Carol. That's how I ended. Remember, I had Ugly and Sir Carol. I had Macho Buck's son on my yard. I mean, all these dogs came from me from Evolution. You know, maybe they were trying to pacify me because I was asking Jesse the wrong questions. Because they weren't really matching dogs when they were doing this. They were selling dogs.
But I wonder,
I want to give a big shout out to my man, Mr. Come on, y'all. I want to give a big shout out to my man, Mr. Derek Henderson. Derek said Brian Bailey's dead.
Yes, he is. So them days is over. We can't never ask him. But we was definitely up there when Barracuda won the Triple M. Mason and Supernaut was the referee. We was in Tennessee at Blind Baby's crib.
But I know my friend seen those first two. You see, he refed it. Jason, he refed the second one. He seen his first two. I know that for sure. I supposed to went to that third one. So I know that first one. I know that first one real. So now, as far as the ref, I can't tell you who refed it, but I know he went to the first two.
Yeah,
I supposed to went to all of them, but I just every time they invited me, it was time to come. Either we had something going, we kept something going on. I just ain't never go.
Right, y'all was always busy. Y'all was definitely busy.
Yeah, and me doing that and me just hitting the streets or whatever. I always had somewhere to go. I never went. But he invited me.
The only reason we having this conversation today, the only reason we having this conversation today is because of you. Because you did speak on it.
This is the only reason we have a conversation.
And you did tell me you advanced. So that's why we did it for you. Because we always had that type of relationship, all right?
Oh, you know that. I would shoot. If it was anybody else, I just let it go. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna hit you up and tell you, I know we straight.
You told me to do it, and I did it, didn't I?
Yeah. Okay, that's why I hit you up.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know, man. You still my nigga. Y'all still
my
nigga.
You know who that is. Shoot. Yeah, but that's why I wanted, because every time I just see, they always saying 9-time winner, 9-time winner. I'm like, man, come on, man.
Come on, man. I always felt like they was off the chain too, but Jay, and Ulysses gonna tell you different. Jay said that Barracuda went into them dogs and they were conditioned dogs. I said, well, what about the two dogs he put that night? He said those was rogues. That's what he told me. He said them wasn't off the chain, them was rogues. I said, but they was betting that night.
But how many dudes? I mean, like right now, if you tell a dude right now, let's do something off the chain, he's gonna be pretty much conditioned. So that's still that's
that game that y'all was playing down in Miami. Y'all was conditioning dogs and doing that shit.
Not me. I've never did it often. I did in my whole life, in over 40-something years, I only did one off the chain. And I did that probably about 2013.
Right. I ain't never doing off the chain. I was never doing. You ain't gonna.
I never did them. I never did them.
Nope. I was totally against off the chain matches. No, we ain't gonna do. I ain't gonna grab nothing.
Yeah, I never did.
Yeah, I did, Mike. Yes, we did. When we beat Psycho, when we took Psycho and beat
that boy. Shout out to my man. Hold on, Mo. I'm gonna give a big shout out to my man Horsepower. He said, "This Dark Society." Y'all know that's Dark Society. Dark Society said Mr. Michael George refereed those two. He owned that triple out red dog. Now I know Horse Dark Society was from Carolina, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that when they say Jacobs Coyote, that's Frank Jacobs.
Yeah. I knew that was Frank Jacobs. I knew it was in Carolina. I was just asking about the little blackie. Did they go back to Carolina?
But
I'm just letting you know what Evolution said, okay?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Evolution, because he let the cat back, and my argument to him was, you the one, but he learned it from you. But he learned that bullshit from you, like all them champions he had overseas and shit. Ain't one of them dogs, all them champions came down off of his shit. What? Not one of them dogs a champion in the United States. The only one telling us about this shit is Chico Lopez. Dog over the year over here. But ain't nobody telling the story but him. Evolution put him on blast, but I said, but that's the same thing you doing. He learned that shit from you.
Yeah.
And I asked Jesse, why you letting them do that? And I find out, now I know why you ain't saying that, because your cousin does the books for him. I said, that kind of make y'all, I said, man, it's obvious, because I knew what they was doing. I knew what they was doing. They was selling a bunch of damn dogs.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I know that for sure now.
They was building dogs. You know what I'm saying?
I can definitely see.
The twins. Yeah, they was, man.
I know that.
They
Because
put
all it when they bred it, when they bred it 357, I can vouch for that because they sold that whole macho buck litter. They had like I want to say 8 to 10 puppies, and they sold them just for 2,500 a piece.
yes, they did. Yes,
And
they
that
did.
and that right there, they made more money off of 357 I made in this whole time.
I'm trying to tell you. And
I
I
probably
knew that.
I probably made $3,000 off of 357 for breeding. Maybe that. If that. They made, you know what I'm saying? Cause I didn't study them out. I made probably about $2,000 to $3,000 off of just studying.
Yep, that's what they was
Give
doing.
us a chance to breed.
I told you what Jesse
I
did.
told you I thought y'all
Hey,
did. I keep telling
hey,
you,
Marlo.
I thought y'all did.
Hey,
Until y'all
hey,
just told
Marlo.
me, I thought all that time I thought y'all had a champion off of 3 the whole time.
We were trying to breed to him.
I thought y'all did until y'all told me the last
No,
time we talked. I
man.
swore y'all had a bitch. I thought y'all had a female off of 357 until y'all
No,
told me last
we were
time.
trying to breed. Before we bred the Lucane, we were trying to breed the 3.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I didn't get puppies off of 3 or Lucane.
yeah.
Y'all wouldn't even talk to me like I was. I mean, it was really hard to talk to y'all because you got to find the right person to talk to first.
No, I used to talk to y'all all the time.
But you wasn't. Why did you put me off then?
No, we wasn't at one. We got to remember we wasn't breeding those dogs. If you look at them dogs, go look at all those dogs like 3, Avid. Them dogs don't got a lot of litters. They probably might been bred 5 or 6 times at the most. Them dogs weren't bred like Abbott. Abbott first time he ever had a puppy when he was like 7 years old. We didn't breed those dogs until their career over. Like you might got dudes breeding them dogs as their career going on.
Hey, Mike can tell you, man, I was mad. Mike, when we seen that macho buck breeding, what I say, Mike?
I explained that to you. Like I say, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know
you over there dealing with them and wouldn't even get your boy a breed.
No, I didn't know. Listen, I didn't know. I didn't even know them dudes. Right. This is what, like I told you, we were just happening to be sitting. Me and my homeboy was sitting in the garage. We were like, man, we got all these dogs. That's when we had we had Omega. You got to remember, we had Omega, Sonny Boy, and you said what's called 600. You said that nobody never run 600. Ran for Sonny Boy too. So, but they ain't had to take him up to Georgia that night. We had Omega and Sonny Boy right here, and they wouldn't hook him into us. So that just to let you know what you call it. They ran for both of them. They both were 600 weight. Since you said nobody Barracuda or 600, nobody never ran. We had both of them sitting right there at the same exact time. And we did Sonny Boy at their spot, and they would never hook into him. And they took him to Georgia, and Ozzie Stevens done him. We done him right at their spot, Sonny Boy, and he made grand championship. And you can ask them that too. How we begged them to go into him. They wouldn't do it.
Kennels, man.
Well, I never had to. I just said we had them down. I used to beg Ulysses them to go into them. Let's do it with 600.
But what you got on the screen?
Oh shit, my fault. Ooh, my buzz.
But what we said about as far as the breeding, we had all those dogs on the yard, and my homeboy was like, you know, we gotta start letting people breed. We can't breed all these dogs. And then I didn't even know them guys. They just happened to call me at that time. And honestly, and I think I told you before, if I know that they knew Victor or because Victor used to come to our spot and try to buy 357, and we would never. And I didn't want to. I wouldn't. If I didn't know that he knowed Victor because he was out in Texas, I didn't know that him and Victor messed around. If I know that, I would have never did the breeding. Because I didn't mess with them dudes down there because a lot of those matey dogs was like hard biting curs, and I had them where they want to, and I knew they were going to get dogs like Macho Buck if I breed 3 to them. I never wanted to do that. I would have never let those guys did it.
Come on, man.
Never let them.
Hey, come on now. Look, Marlo, before he left, right? I was telling people, remember that breeding with Macho, right? Made it a Macho to Blondie, right?
Yeah.
Now that happened with Victor's back in Ecuador. I told you when he left Miami, there was 13 dogs that got bred to Mayday that didn't have no puppies.
Yeah.
Brat went to Ecuador with him because he had Babizi, and I wasn't taking her up that yard. You know, I would not take her back from Victor because he was sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Victor.
That's how he took it with him, and he kept her there. He said 6 months. No, it was damn near a year before I got her back. When I got her back, she was pregnant, and I always wondered, okay, now how first of all, when they made the breeding with Blondie and Mayday, I was already questioning that because Mayday wasn't throwing.
Yeah, Victor offered us several times to try to buy 3. I never let him. He used to come down here. He came over. He used to come down there a couple times. He came a few times, and he offered to try to buy him at our spot. We would never let him.
He needed him.
Yeah. So,
I always
but
thought that was a good breeding.
yeah, I know the stuff worked. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want them. I didn't want to soup them up. I would have never have done a macho buck breeding if I know they all. Because I never heard of evolutionary kennels. I just was just, you know, somebody called me and at the right time, and that's how that breeding took place. I didn't even know him. Like Jesse them bred to him. They were the first ones to breed to him. Jesse, they bred to him, and then they bred Yellow Buck's little mate sister to him.
Yep, Piggy.
Yes, they bred both of them. They bred. He got it. That's how he got it. He had the first champion off of him. But he bred to him before I bred to him.
But that was my question. You know, I said, and this is when he was in Ecuador. I'm telling you, before he left here, Mayday wasn't throwing shit.
Yeah.
He wasn't throwing no pups. I bred Yellow Apache. Look, I had Yellow Apache and Brat on Victor's yard. When I went and go pick them up, I picked up Yellow Apache, but Brat was sick and looking skinny as fuck. And I said, oh no, I'm not taking her, Victor. I'm not taking her.
Yeah.
I said, she's sick, man. And if I take her and she die, I'm going to be pissy. He said, well, I'm going to take her. I'm going to get her fixed up and I'm going to get that breeding for you. See, I didn't know that so I took Yellow Apache with me. When she was like sick and I thought I was taking care of her. But when I bred Little Buck to her and she didn't have no puppies, the vet said she had babesia. Same thing Brad had. But I already bred the Little Buck and he was off of Yellow Buck and Miss Nico.
Yeah.
He got babesia from her. And he ended up dying. That's why I only got that 1 litter. Because he got babesia from the bitch that I had on Victor's yard breeding the Mayday. And that's how they went and got that Romel buck.
That bad?
Huh?
I was asking Marlo, Smoke, you've been on it, but the yard that bad, Mo. You know,
oh my God, man. Oh my man.
Oh, our yard?
No, I'm talking about Victor, where he had Mayday in them at.
Oh,
man, look.
I don't know about. I don't pretty much know about their yards.
Oh, I've been all on that yard.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I they was like you got to remember they were the enemy, so I'm at them.
It wasn't nasty. Imagine
all of them was like, they were competition. All the Cubans, everybody ganged up. Like when we come in there, all the Cubans ganged up on us. When we come to a spot, everybody ganged up on us. So we went against all the Cubans and all the camps. We wanted all the Cubans. When we walk in there, everybody gang up on us. Or if we got a dog, they'll all get together and say, I got this dog to beat that one dog. They'll gang up on us.
Yep, that's the truth. That's the truth.
But they went gang up on Sonny or none of them. They went gang up on them. They weren't even called. They wouldn't even call out that. Sonny or Omega, none of them. They went gang up on them. They leave them alone.
Yep, that's the truth though.
Yeah.
I used to make jokes with him. I'd be like, I be riding with him, right? And I be saying, why every time I ride with y'all, I'm sitting in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Every time I ride with y'all, why I got to be the one sitting in the middle? Oh, that's what it is. But I didn't mind. But let me tell you something else, man, about this shit. Remember Jesse James?
Yeah.
Champion Jesse James? Okay, yeah. Jesse was breeding him, right? He was selling all these puppies off of him. I took Sassy Girl and bred to Jesse James 2 times. Both times, I'm not having puppies. But I'm standing there breeding. But everybody else is getting these dogs off of Jesse James.
Yeah.
So I asked Jesse, hey, man, because remember, I've been on him about the evolution shit, okay? I was already on it, questioning why you letting them do that. You know what they doing. Why you ain't saying nothing? They ain't going to give y'all a bad name? But he would never say nothing. But then when I don't get the second time, and I paid him to breed to Jesse James. So he owed me a breeding. Now I ain't got no puppies again. So this time I started questioning. I said, how are you having all these puppies off of Jesse James? I'm standing here breeding to him and I can't get one.
Yeah.
And he got mad at me. He said some more crazy shit because I told him, and in the end, he told me, man, he was like, after he did what he said, he did apologize, but he said, he had a broke dick.
Oh.
So who was all these Jesse James puppies coming from?
I had no idea.
You see what I'm saying? So he did admit it to me that, it wasn't whoever these people was buying these dogs off of Jesse James, they was not off of Jesse James.
Mm.
Yeah. Because I'm standing there breeding to the dog and couldn't get shit. And Mike had to go get, him. I
was never a fan of the shicey part of the game.
Yeah, it was some shicey shit going on, bro. I'm telling you. It's like all them brothers, them breeding where they said they bred Mayday and Blondie more than once.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I'm trying to tell you the kind of shit that was going on, bro.
Yeah, like I said,
They got a lot of puppies off a dog that wasn't throwing puppies, you know what I'm saying? They got a lot of dogs off of Mayday that wasn't throwing puppies. I think they was using Mayday Jr. I saw Mayday Jr. Mayday Jr. looked just like Mayday.
Yeah, but I know they had some good dogs down there, but I just ain't know the yards like that. We just went out, go into them. That's it. I didn't know about.
I was all in the yard.
Marlo, I know 40 years in the dogs, right?
Now let me see, 25, about 34, 35, maybe close to 40. Yeah,
now 34, 35 years.
Give me the number, man. Give me the number.
Is it possible to have 1,500?
1,500 what? I don't not me or anybody. I don't know. Like it was. I don't even think
possible though. Just theoretically thinking.
1,500? Shit.
1,500?
That's a lot.
Say
I don't know how. I don't believe.
Just break it down to 1,000.
I don't think so. It was hard for me to get 20 off of 357. I don't even think I had 20.
I want to ask a more important question. Okay. How many champions and grand champions did y'all actually have? Oh, I know y'all have more than STP. I know y'all did.
I mean, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna say we probably had about 7 or 8 grand champions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say we had probably about 25, 30 champions.
I believe that.
I'm gonna tell you, I had to sit down. Like I forgot. It's a lot of them that I forgot. Like I had to really sit down. But I'm assuming I know we got around 30.
But you know what? I did the math on what I did know, right? Because I had all SCPs, and everybody kept on talking about SCP. But then I was like, well, y'all jumping on Mr. Bemis, but Super Kennels got more champions and grand champions than they do.
Yeah, I had to sit down.
I don't believe that SCP holds the record. SCP don't hold the record. Y'all do.
But see, you gotta remember, too, it's something that we didn't send in and stuff like that and stuff. So it's stuff that people don't know unless they was around us. So it's stuff that people don't like. Like I told you, I named 3 grand champions that y'all didn't we didn't even. You probably never even heard of Pistol. You know what I'm saying? You knew Luger.
No, never heard about her, the Sunny Boy.
Yeah, Luger and Pistol made grand champion the same night. But
remember when the journal got busted, a lot of us stopped using them. A lot of us stopped using the journal when he got busted.
Yeah. So I had to sit down with my partner and we have to run them down and name them down. That's how.
Well, I need to know because I'm gonna put y'all. I got y'all in my book, so I needed to know. Cause I'm gonna, I've always talked shit about y'all have more champions than STP.
Yeah, we got some now. I ain't gonna lie, because I have to like I say, we gotta we had about 8 conditioners, man, right? We had about 8 or 10 conditioners. So every 3 months we doing 3 dogs. So and everybody just run them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it was 3 camps. So it was 2, 3 camps together.
I got a question for you from my man J Rock. He said, what did you like about 357?
That Jickles was a straight bulldog. I mean, he just was. What I liked about 3, that Joker was just intense, reckless. He was just intense, you know. And he sticks on to you. He don't let you breathe. He just was a straight bulldog. You know what I'm saying? He just a man. He was a maniac. Man, that junk was nice, man. He sticks right on to you. You can't breathe. Ain't gonna all that. Yeah, dogs ride on defense and all that stuff like that. He don't do. He gonna go. He gonna grab you on his defense. He gonna grab you on the side of the head and push you into the wall and slam you against the wall. He go forward. He don't go backwards at all. He don't have a reverse. You know, if I put a human to him, he'll be like a Bernard Hopkins. He's just in at a bang. You know, you see a Bernard Hopkins style of boxing.
Right.
That's how 357 in there. Everything nasty goes. He ain't going backwards. Let's go. He gonna get in there. He go wherever you hit at, and he gonna keep going forward. I wish, man. I wish I got tapes of them jokers, man. I wish I could show them to y'all. I wish I could show. I got tapes of a lot of. I mean, I had them. I can get them. I can get them at. But I wish we could show them. I can show a lot of three of some.
The historical pieces. We had to go to the black web to get them in.
Yeah, I got tape. I ain't got them. I know who got them. I can go get all of them three.
Man, look, we go underground. We go black web and that shit. It's still.
Like, it's
old. They old.
They like over 30-some years old, but like three and Omega Red and all Omega Red. I get it, a lot of them like three Omega Red. I know they still around. Tapes of a lot of them dogs like them and Lupita. I know we got tapes on all of them. I can still get them. I just got to go talk to a few people.
Hey, was y'all using roids? Tell the truth.
I told you one time. Some of us did. Some of us didn't. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is for the audience.
Yeah. Remember I told you that? Yeah. Remember that time I told you some of us did and some of us didn't. Depends on who. Remember I told you we had like 8 conditioners and everybody did it their way.
Right.
We probably had, because it was like 3 camps. Us, the Color Brothers, all us ran together. We bought and we did dogs together. About 3 camps of us, and we all did dogs together. We bought and bred and did everything together. So, and we what I'm saying? We gave each other dogs and everything. So that's what it was. And we had a lot of conditioners.
Y'all was one of them camps down there, like you said with the Latinos. When Word Kennels got a hold of the journal, it became a Latino thing. Awesome bees. You know what I mean? Awesome you see what I'm saying?
Okay. I didn't know.
Yellow Buck won his grand championship going into Word Kennels, that champion Buster dog.
Mm-hmm.
So they was all cool now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And when he got the journal, it was a little favoritism going on.
Yes.
See,
I got after round of 357. That's when I heard of Evolutionary Kennels when they called me and bred to him, but I didn't know him. I didn't know him at all.
I knew him very well, and I was so mad. How did they get a breed?
They just if you'd have called around that time, you definitely could have bred to him. I don't know what happened or what. I don't know what happened, but I know we got in trouble around like them dogs was right. Like I'm gonna see them dogs are bred. I'm gonna say maybe 2002. I don't know when it probably came out in 2001. They probably bred like 2001. Yeah. If you see that picture with me, with 350, that's me holding 357 on his pedigree. That's the day. That particular day is the day that I bred Macho Buck. That's the day. If you see me walking,
it was around 2000. Was during that time right there.
Yeah, when you see that picture with me, that's me holding 357. You know what I'm saying? That day is the day that we were doing I stuck for Macho Buck. That's why we took that picture. That was the day
I was trying to breed to him in 2001 because after like this, after I didn't get no call back, I didn't get no call, no nothing, and I was trying to get brat bread. I sent her to Lucane. She was gone 24 hours, bro. I put her on a plane because she was in heat. Put her on the plane. 24 hours later, I get a call at the airport saying, come pick up my dog. But I just sent her off the day before. Yeah, the dude, Natural Born, he was scared of her. He sent me one picture of him breeding brat to Lucane.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then had no puppies. And then I see Macho Buck and bred to 357. I'm like, but them Latinos get a breed and I can't to my
It
people.
wasn't like that. I'm telling you.
To my peoples.
Nah, I didn't. It was,
Man, I was what? I felt a certain type of way, man. From that point
nah,
on,
maybe you didn't. Maybe you did. And you probably stopped calling. I don't know. I know I used to talk to y'all a lot, but it wasn't
yeah.
even like that. It wasn't. Maybe I don't know, but at
I
that
thought you didn't
time,
like Mayday. You know, I thought you didn't like Mayday.
I didn't like him. I did
See?
like him. I
That's
did
what I
like him.
thought. I thought you didn't want to have nothing to do with the Mayday dogs. That's why I didn't. You know, I think that's why
But I knew it worked, right? So if I knew, if I knew that like say if y'all ain't gonna get them stuff to Victor them, I would do it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that they knew Victor them. I didn't want to mess with none of them. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, why would I give a person the dogs that's gonna give it to Ulysses them, Southern? You know what I'm saying? Ulysses or any of them, and then they gonna come and put them back on me. Why would I do that? You know. So if I know that you're gonna get them dogs to them, like I said, I didn't know that he messed with them dudes over there. I would have never did that breeding. I didn't want Victor to get none of them dudes to get Macho Buck and stuff how they did. I would have never let that go. You know, because those same dogs were gonna go back into me. I know how hard it is to be. I use the stuff. So, you know,
Macho Buck produced some good dogs, bro. Macho Buck did produce some good dogs.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't want to. I would have never done it because I didn't want them dogs to go down and get into the hands of like Ulysses and all them dudes there, and then I end up going back into them. You know, I didn't want to do that because I know they're gonna have bottom. They're gonna be there They're gonna be there. I know what type of animals they are. I went to Gaston. I used to be with Gaston. I know what he was breeding up there. I used to go to his yard, man. I know what he got.
Hey,
I was good friends. I
want to give a big shout out to my man J Rock. I want to give a big shout out to my man J Rock coming through with a 10-piece showing that love. Big shout out to the game breaker in the house. Big shout out to my man, the stoic dog man in the house. What up, fams?
And let's remind them who we got on the air with us tonight, Mike. Super Kennels, Marlo.
Tonight we got my main man, Super Kennels, Marlo, aka I think he's Vance.
That's my middle name.
Hey, but hey, man, I'm glad we had that conversation. But one thing about it, man, about when real dog, man, when we talk, that's like us in the garage. What we was doing tonight was like we would be in the garage talking.
Oh shit, that's how bulldog. That's how bulldog niggas. That's how we talk. We bulldogging.
That's right. You didn't hear no disrespect, none of that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? That's bulldogging. That's how we would be. If we would be drinking, shit.
Yeah.
Look.
Listen.
No drinking, smoking, and nigga, we grabbing yard. We going to better be in the driving range because we go get a dog. We turn this to the shit. Man, I was back then, man.
Nah, man. I don't even deal with disrespectful people, you know. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? You're my people, so I don't.
Right. I would never.
We supposed to be able to.
I don't fuck with anybody. I don't fuck with none of my mentors. I do not do that.
Like you know, I'm just saying, like us as a people, we can't.
He said, I have people asking me, so you wouldn't go into Super Kennel? I said, hell no. I don't go into people, them are my mentors. I follow them. I follow everything. Other people I follow, I wouldn't go into them. Why?
Yeah, man. Yeah, so it's like, but like, you know how it is. We probably better.
I follow respect. You know, I come from that street party. You know, respect go a long way in things. You know what I mean?
That's how. Yeah, like
it just goes a long way. You know, not just in the dog game, streets and all. You know.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be able to, you know, that's just up bulldogging. But you know, I'm not gonna mess with nobody that's disrespectful. You know, that's why I mess with y'all. If y'all, you know, we ain't got time for that, there, man. I'm at the age where I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm listen. I don't get to talk about them old dogs that much.
What up, fam?
You know, I don't get to talk about them old dogs that much, man. You know?
Yeah, man. I love talking about them because y'all. I mean, you pick up a journal, Super Kennels are always in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
y'all always have a chance. That's why I'm surprised, but I can understand after 2003, 2004, you know, when they actually had all the subscriptions. When they went in the old dude's crib, they had all the subscriptions, all the matches. Look, when I went to trial, I told you, man, they had every match, every show that I refereed, everything. They had everything. And from all the journals, they have everything that I was in them books. They had every single thing I was in the book. And they were trying to bring it to trial. And the judge was like, if you ain't got nobody to testify to anything in that journal, then, you know, you can't use it. It's publication. It's nothing but a publication. As far as I'm concerned, it's fictional, like you said. But the agriculture, the Department of Agriculture has those journals. They have every subscription, and they can pull every name. If you in that book, they got that shit. They got all them journals in a database where they can put your name, and there goes your AKA. It pulls all that shit, bro. I had a whole list of, man, I could take that paperwork and go through all the journals and find where I'm in the journal refereeing or in a match.
Damn.
Hey, Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mo.
Yeah.
Pull that thing down, man. Put some up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull our faces back so I can put this back up.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm sitting at the riding on Macho Buck tonight because I kept that 357 thing up there. You know I know what's up, baby.
Yeah, but like I say,
I'm showcasing. I'm just showcasing.
Yeah, but I like to find out about the ones, but like I told you, like the first couple, I know my homeboy was there. I can't tell you.
I'm telling you, Albert did a whole piece on Chico.
But you think that you think that he'll well because about where something happened went through that.
I think that they got into it. Yeah, but I think when they split, because remember, Chico ended up with Macho Buck.
Yeah, but you think that I'm saying, like, you know, you think Albert just because they, you know what I'm saying, you think even though the dog might have won the 5, he'll lie and just say that just to try to spray the dog?
Yeah, because he was a liar. You know, because Chico was a liar. Chico was doing the same thing. Chico was over there talking about all these champions and shit over there in Mexico, coming back over here selling puppies like a motherfucker. Well, goddamn, Albert and them was doing that right down there in goddamn Texas, right here in the United States. I'm trying to tell you, give me another champion coming out of evolution.
Yeah, because I know like the Macho Buck brother, he lost in North Carolina. He lost in North Carolina going for his championship. His little mate brother. He lost. He went into he was going for his third. He went into Waccamaw for his third, and he lost because the dude Dave conditioned him for the first 2, and then this dude that never conditioned before, who owned him. I mean, I used to talk to him on the phone. That was his first key, and he was going into one of them dogs off of Big John to make. He was a dog off of Big John, and he lost to him. I'm like, man, why would you do your first keep on a dog going for championship? And he got smoked.
And that's funny because you know what, man? I used to wonder if they was even matching dogs because every time when I went to the yard, none of them dogs have scars on them, bro.
No, remember they sold a litter. They sold the whole litter. They sold this to some dude. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
They sold it. Remember I told you they sold most of the. If you look at all, it was about 8 or 10 puppies. I know I think they sold them all except for Macho Buck.
Okay.
He got but this male he didn't own. Somebody else owned him, but Dave conditioned him.
I want to give a big shout out to Darnie Jackson in the house. What up, Darnie?
Yeah, so he had owned him and he lost his championship. So
how long did it go?
I want to say like 51, but don't hold me on that. You have to like look it up. This was like 2002 or 3, man. I want to say like 51 minutes or something like that.
I wonder who he lost to. Which one of them dogs that made champions? I'm trying to figure it out.
He was off of Big John. He was off of Waccamaw. He was off of Big John. I seen the dog. It was a good looking dog. I seen him when I went to their yard before. I seen him. I can't think of his name, but I know he was off of Big John. Yeah. I seen him before. Big buckskin dog, good looking male. Cause I I went to the yard to get some Red Bull Jocko dogs to breed the 3, and that's how I seen them. And they end up going into them about a year later.
Yeah, I bred to him. I bred Little John.
The Little
So I
John.
was supposed to be breeding to Big John. When I got there, Big John wasn't there, and this was in 2000.
The Little John dog, was he a big buckskin dog? Did he a Nate champion? What was that?
Yeah.
It might, if you look on, you probably could, it might have been him. Was he a big buckskin dog?
Yeah, here, let me pull him up. Yeah, big Little John. Yeah, champion
Big
Little John.
buckskin. Good. That might have been Little John. That could have been his name.
Yeah, that was him. He made champion.
I want to say he made champion. The dog made champion. Both of them were going for championship.
Yeah, then that would have been Little. That would have been Little John, because Little John ended up being a 4-time winner. And I don't know, because when I saw the dog, right, the dog don't look like no champion. You know, he don't look like a champion. The dog look like he won 4 matches. That was my thing.
Okay. Now he didn't have no scars on him, but he was a good looking male.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that was him. That was Little John.
He was a real good looking male, and he didn't have no scars on him. He went like about 51, 52. He big, right?
Yeah, that was him.
It might have been him. Yeah. He was a good looking man, but he didn't have no scars on him either. But I don't know.
Yeah, man. I had problems with that, because they could have told me before I got there, you know, the Big John was gone.
Yeah.
But you know, he was missing in 2000. So how you have him? How you having a dog, you know, in 2002 off of Big John?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
He was a good looking, like I said, a big old. It looked like a. Well, they both died from the same stuff. I say he looked like a big matey dog, big powerful.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, Big
but
John looked like yellow. Big John looked
like they all the same stuff. Yeah, but he was good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to give a big shout out to my man, the Story Dog, man. He said you didn't want to go into your mentors. Question.
Nope, I don't do it. Never have.
Maybe we can do. Maybe that's the topic for another time. Yeah, I think that would be a good topic another time. I'm gonna put it like this: one of the reasons why we just didn't do it, because they opened their doors and gave us the ability to get around and do a lot and see a lot of things that we were able to see. Now, how that's going to be running? I'm running around with these people, and then at the same time, I'm trying to go into them. That don't make sense, you know, at that time. Because, you know, when they open their doors, you know, all the way. You're right, twin. You know, you get the phone calls, you get a chance to be right next to them and learn the things that make them worthy of being talked about. Now, you notice our mentors, and we talk about our mentors a lot, simply because, you know, they got something to be talked about. And that's why we talk about them now, because these are guys that we're trying to make sure people like Super Kennels and Stone City and Deep South, you know, the Color Brothers, you know, we want y'all to remember these people. We don't want these people to just be something that we talk about one day and they're gone the next day. So when you have respect for people, it's easier to do the things that we're doing now compared to coming up with an excuse why we felt like we at all the dog men in the country, we got to go into the people that's helping us. That don't make sense.
Yeah. I've never been into nobody that I'm cool with. I wouldn't even call them out. You know what I'm saying? You know? Shoot, right. I prefer to call you if you got something. If you might have a bad bitch over there. I got somebody I need to get. Hey man, let me hook him for you. Let's get him. I want to, you know. If I'm cool with you, I ain't trying to go into you. Let's get some paper together. That's how we been. We always been like that. I'm not trying to go into nobody. Let's go into these cats.
I'm scared of y'all, but
it ain't about that. It's about. Respect. Yeah, it ain't about that. It's cool. We good.
Look, you know that's like you know. I'm a street bro. And I'm one of them kind of thugs that live by, you know, respect.
That's a code. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I'm one of them kind. So why do I do that? I mean, I always said to people, you know, one thing you ain't gonna never catch me doing is going to my mentor, because why would I go into somebody who opened up their doors and is teaching me shit?
Yeah, it's not even about.
I'm copying and everything off of what y'all giving me to look at. I'm listening very well. So why would I want to do that? Then that's like
Yeah.
shutting the door.
Yeah, like I say, that stuff like that with people that I'm cool with, it don't even cross my mind, man. I'm good with you. That don't even, I'm good. It's too many people. It's too many dog men. It's too many dog men. Why I'm gonna call out somebody that I'm good with?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm trying to get a Little John here, man. I had Little John up here on the screen, man.
yeah.
I'm trying to get him up. But yeah, Little John was another one, man. When I
Mm-hmm.
bred to him, he tried to go in the backyard and bring the sperm up. I said, no, I can't do that, man. I need to have him up here with me.
Yeah, I got it. My homeboy stay right there. I know he know them real. He stay like right around the corner from them, so he know them dogs good. So he'll tell me straight up if I hit him up and say like, was that dog a champion for real? He'll tell me he know all of them. He know them good. Matter of fact, when I say I went up to his yard, that's who that's who took me to the yard. He the one took me to the yard because he know him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he the one know them, and he drove me to the yard. So he know everything about them because they breed dogs together. They used to.
Well, that's a good thing because I know I went up there, and then one of my partners went up there to breed to that grand champion rattler, and he got to the man's yard, and he was trying to go out there to the yard and grab the sperm, and the man said, "Can you bring it to the front so I can see who I'm breeding to?" And when he bought the dog, he took a picture of it, and this was a grand champion. When he took a picture and sent it to me, and I looked at the picture, and it was like, yeah, I see what you mean. I said, yep, that's what I saw when I bred the Little John. You know, this dog Rattler was a grand champion, and that motherfucker didn't have a one-time winner on him.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I didn't see, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how they get them scars off them little buckskin dogs, but them motherfuckers don't be having no scars. None. Not on the face, you know. And you know, them buckskin, they leave them little black lines, you know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
The motherfuckers they don't go away, they just don't go back to yellow, but they do be black. I'm talking about my man took the picture, called me, showed me the picture, and then got in his car and drove off.
Yeah.
I remember. Got in his car and left.
Yeah. I remember like when we was talking about the Abbott thing now. Okay. Like with 357 match weight was 48.5, 49. If you go and look at his match report, we done them. For them Cubans, we dropped that joker down to 46.5. We jumped on them at 46.5 and we smoked them at 47. So that's why I was telling you, when they said they wasn't going to us at 53, we'll drop one on you. We know we had a bulldog. We 53 357 was a 40. You look at his first match report, it's 48.5, 49. We did them at 46.5 and 47, right into them Cubans. We'll pull one. We can pull you under, and we gonna smash a nigga.
Well, you know, Victor and them was cool with Mr. Link. I wasn't cool with him. I went into him. I went into them, you know. Yeah, I went into Mr. Link. Yeah.
Yeah, we done went into like Ulysses, Mr. Link, and all them. Yeah, we done been into them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's why.
Big shout out to my man Cool Hines in the house. What up, fam?
So that was the reason why we was expecting them to do it at 53. And then when they was trying to get us to come up to 54, but that just was too big for us to do Abbott at. Abbott was a 50-51. And so they trying to get us to come 54 to they weight. We like, man, no, we already given up 3 pounds. Our dog is a 50. We giving up the 3 pounds. We coming up to 53. Let's do it. And that's when we hooked it at that.
Man, they was trying to get us. Wasn't gonna be no 50. He was tight at 55. You had to see how tight he was. He couldn't be no 50. He would have never made the 53, bro. Bill couldn't have had no 53 in him, man. That dog was he was at his tightest weight, bro. He would have never been. I know they wasn't gonna bring that dog. That would been. Look, the red dog was a 53. He was a 53, and he came up to Barracuda's weight, and that's why he lost. Yeah, he was a 53, a natural 53. He came up to Barracuda's weight, that champion dog. Forgot his name. I had him on there tonight. But that's that champion red dog. He was a 53 pounder. You know, why he came up to 55 to go into Barracuda, I can't tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got mopped. He got mopped. Fatty too. Fatty wasn't no full fledged 55. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause we sure would have did it at 53.
Hey,
We
well, I
don't
got you
we
on here,
just don't,
Marlo.
huh?
What's the most? I mean, y'all covered, a big range. What's the most that you would cover, up or down?
What you mean? What you mean? Oh,
Weight,
come up?
weight
Yeah,
wise.
weight
Yeah,
wise.
coming up
Oh,
or
we
coming down.
we don't never did. Only dog we ever did that was 357. We don't never do that. We don't come under. I mean, I can do it. I know how to do it, but only we did that with 357, and I probably went. eh, We probably wouldn't do that. We were gonna do it again, but we wanted them Cubans. If we want you, we might do it, but we didn't really go up on it. We took his mouth away, but when we did that, we took his mouth away. But we knew he had so much bottom and so tough. We didn't care.
Okay.
So do you think
Appreciate that.
when you pull them down too low, you're taking a lot of mouth out of them?
Oh, definitely, you know that.
Yeah. Well, again, when I say it to you,
Yeah.
it's like you're a teacher, and I want you to,
Yeah,
answer
know it.
questions for the class.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, but
Okay,
we want to
thank you.
did that with Sonny Boy because we ain't taking his mouth away with three different animals. Sonny Boy, Eli dog. We know he gonna get in there and trying to destroy you. But three just was a different type of dog. You know,
You could
he
tell he was game as hell, wasn't he? You could
yeah,
tell he was game as hell.
yeah, man. He's a screamer. He gonna scream when the show over. Everything. Yeah, you take it when you cleaning him up. He gonna be He's a screamer.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
That sounds like Brat. Brat ain't just
yeah,
screaming; she trying to bite you.
yeah.
Yeah, she was a biter.
I'm saying,
Brother, well, none of them really bite, but you know how dogs get when they want to get loose. They get to snapping around at your feet, your hands, and shit.
yeah,
Yeah, that was her. She was one of them.
man, he done choked them out and they having where they ain't breathing no more.
Mm-hmm.
I think he trying to swallow him like an anaconda or something. He be trying to swallow him. So when we take him off and it's over with, that's when he go to screaming because he mad because he can't eat.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna give a big
that's
shout
when
out to my man, Mr. Burning Star. He said, I know guys in South Carolina that went into Rattler for number 4. He said he was a smart and would adjust to whatever your dog was doing. He said he was a good bulldog.
But
Appreciate the
that's a
comment,
yellow
Mr.
dog.
Star.
I mean, he sounded like a yellow dog because that's what yellow used to do. Yeah, he would adjust to whatever you was doing. He was smart. My thing was, again, I'm telling y'all what I see. It was hard for me and I hear people, now I hear people saying, they went into the dogs, but when you look at their yard and you see all these champions, right? And they selling all these dogs, they're making all these breedings, but nobody else is doing what they doing with their own shit. You see what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody out here winning with no walk-em-all dogs, bro. Nobody. Nobody. All that shit that they sold and all that shit that was being bred, yeah, we still see the dogs popping up in pedigrees, right? But
yeah.
I'm telling you, man, there's 2 champions out there outside of walk-em-all yard.
I like the dude from Burns Stumpy. I like it. When I wanted that stuff, I go to the Burns dude, who had that Stumpy dog.
Yeah, Burns,
Mr.
yeah.
Burns. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like they dogs. I like his dog, the Red Boy Jocko stuff from him.
Yeah. Yeah, we bred Bebe into one of him. Sassy girl actually bred the Stumpy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I like them Stumpy dogs.
Yeah, had a one-time winner dog named was Abu.
Mm-hmm.
He went an hour and 40. Abu and Reno, they were litter mates. They came up with Burn Stumpy and Sassy.
Yeah, but I like.
Yeah, Jamie Long, he was breeding to all the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? When I got out in 2004. And I saw Brat and all of them. Brat never did make it to him. The transporter stole her.
So that person said he knows somebody went into. Did he say Ratliff or he know somebody went into Walkmore dog?
Yeah, the Grand Champion Rattler dog.
Oh, that's the dog name.
Mm-hmm. Grand Champion Rattler. Yeah. Yeah, he had a Grand Champion up there. They say he was a nice dog, but my boy went on the yard. He was a grand champion. He took a picture of him.
Yeah.
A picture of him. And he was like, this don't look like no grand champion to me.
They know how to heal him up, man.
Yeah.
They know how to hood.
Because I'm telling you, I said the same thing about Lil John. I didn't like that litter and didn't get shit out of it either. Litter.
He looked like a
litter out of it and didn't like none of them. Only one of the little bitches out of there, bred back into the Mayday dog, and got like a 2-time winner. Other than that, the rest of the litter, all of them quit.
Yeah, he was a good looking dog. I can tell you that. I don't know what he did, but he was definitely a good looking dog.
Yeah, he was.
He like it was a powerful.
Little John was a nice looking dog, man. Little John was a nice dog, but I wasn't there. But the thing was, I was there to breed to Big John.
Yeah, I'm gonna breed to the daddy.
You know, that's who I wanted to breed to because I didn't know nothing about Little John.
Yeah, I'm breeding to the daddy. One.
Yeah, and he wasn't even off of Big John.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't even off of Big John, and that's what really pissed me off because he wasn't even off of Big John.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
Oh, then why they call him Lil John?
Lil John, I got his pedigree up. Look, he ain't off of Big John.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's his pedigree right there. He is not off of Big John.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the dog they gave me, man. They gave me the dog. That's the dog they gave me.
Oh, I'm thinking he off of Big John.
No. You see, look on that motherfucker. I got him being bred to Sassy Girl, but he was there to be bred to Big John. When I got there, and this happened in 2000. That's how when somebody said that they had some puppies off of Big John in 2002. I said, how?
They call a little.
Mike,
break it up, Marlo.
Marlo, you breaking up? Did we lose?
I want to give a big shout out to my man Jason Amazing. Another big shout out to my man in the wood. What up, fam? Go ahead, Mo. I think Marlo's still there.
Is he still there? It seemed like his mic went out. Is it not muted, is it? Yeah, because the picture disappeared. Remember, he had a picture.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
I missed the hit something on my phone.
Okay, go ahead, Marlo. You were saying something. We missed it.
No, I was just saying they probably call him Lil John to trick people. Because you would think he was off of Big John.
Yeah.
That's what I thought he was off of Big John.
No, I mean, that was the other bad thing because he wasn't off of Big John. You don't see Big John in there nowhere.
They call him Lil John to trick people, so you'll think you're breeding to a son of them.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's the dog I bred to. I was supposed to be Big John. Big John was missing. I was like, why didn't you tell me that before I got here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could have called me. You knew I called you before I even took off to come.
Yeah.
Hey, Mo.
Yeah.
I got my man Darney Jackson. He's got a pet, man. He said the best walk 'em off stuff of the now is the dogs off of Dead Eye. Thought you on that conversation. If we see when you want to take a look into it.
Yeah, give him the number. I'll put him up.
Okay.
Walk 'em off.
Yeah, he's saying, okay, I'm definitely, let's get in there and see some. We're talking about walking on tonight. Let's go. Okay, what is it?
776 786
776 786. Okay, give it a second here.
Walk 'em out. I'm still selling dogs.
They kind of got out.
They sold out and somebody else got them.
Somebody else got the dogs.
Whoa.
Keno. One thing about them, they still got them buckskin, black mask, boy.
Yeah,
Marlo, you want me to show you a real walk-em-all bulldog? Marlo, you want to see me go in the Cat in the Hat and go get one right quick?
He disappeared, Mo.
Oh, Marlo disappeared on me?
Yeah. He might be out on the road.
Oh, that's right. He do be out there. Hey, that was a nice dog too, though, y'all.
You gonna go back to it after this?
Yeah, I'm gonna show him a Walkmore dog. Good conversation, though. I don't know how we got on this Walkmore shit, though, but I'm at there. There's a Walkmore dog right here. And that's a champion. Now you see all that Walkmore. Now here's the problem. I'm pissed because Marlo ain't here, but I wanted to show him what I was talking about. But this dog right here, you see, he off of Big John, right? Look at the dog's birthday. How he gonna be off of Big John in 2002, y'all? That's all I'm saying. But he in a bulldog pedigree. I give you that much. He definitely in this dog's pedigree.
Yep.
And I got one more. This one down here. There's some more Walkmore. That's Walkmore right there. This is Walkmore right here. That's Walkmore. Now you want to talk about some now shit, fam? There's some now shit. And there's one more out there that's bred, but he all Walkmore, wasn't he, Mike?
Yeah.
He was all
I didn't get a chance to see the one that my man Donnie.
No, my man had. I'm gonna go back to him now. I was showing him that's Walkmore. They got him and Rattler right here. Adolf. Dead Eye. I'm gonna pull him up. Then you got Dead Eye. He double bred Dead Eye. Hold on, fellas. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Some of them damn windows you got open.
Look, there you go. Always trying to run your show over there. I ain't got but 3 windows open. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
I got Little John.
My man SBC said they probably lied.
Well, you know, my point is everybody lies. You know, that's what I call. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing I learned when they said it, Maurice Carver just go in the drawer and pull out some papers and don't know what papers he pulling out. He just try to line them up with the color and then just this is what you're gonna get. This is how he bred. You know, the man had to have some shit to be able to say that and do that and still have good shit. I mean, we heard Pat Patrick sit there and admit that he was giving fake papers because he didn't want nobody to know that he had a stolen dog. So dog that was coming down off of Bolio, he was, you know, off of Buck, the way Buck was bred, you know, he was lying to people because he didn't want to put the right pedigree because he had a stolen dog. But he said he came clean and told everybody, you know, after, you know, he told John Bemis about Buck. He told the ADBA, you know, all the people that he could remember that he gave false pedigrees on, you know, so they could straighten it out for him.
I want to give a big shout out to my man, Pedrick Hosbald in the hills. What up, Pedrick?
Now,
that's a Walkmore dog, man.
Yeah, now I don't know about the Big John too, but I know Big John Jr. I don't know about this champion, Big John Jr., because, you know, I know that he quit. I don't know if he was a champion at the time, but yeah, he quit.
Okay, we got another pedigree that popped up.
But they were, nice dog right here. They breeding, I liked it, the Cunningham cross down here on CP. Remember that champion outlaw dog, Mike? Too Sweet Daddy? Yeah. That's the little mate to him. Because he was off of Yellow and Sheba. Yeah, I got Too Sweet old match up there when we went down to South Carolina, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the same book as Brattonham Championship. I ran across it. But, okay, man, I'm ready for the next one. I'm keeping these up so we can go back to them.
My man, let me see. Hold on. You ready to put up another pedigree? Because I got one from Mr. Burning Star.
Yep, you read me the number. I'll put it in.
Hey, Frederick, I don't know, because Frederick wanted to pull up Bud bred the Coco. Bud was the only bred once to a buck bitch named Cosulia. Okay, Burning Star is 781-082.
Here she comes. It's coming. Chemo.
Give a big shout out to my man, Dog Shit Lewis Villain in the house. What up, fam?
Now y'all gotta admit, coming from back in my time now, we analyzing this. Look at these pedigrees, man, of Walkmore Yard. Okay? Look at these pedigrees, man. When as much as y'all hear me talk about breeding and formulas and genetics, you see this? This is some good shit. My thing is, if it's doing all this for them, it should have been doing all that for us. Because they sold a lot of dogs. You know what I'm saying? They sold a lot of dogs. And I can guarantee you, I can keep this door open and y'all can show me one other dog that got just as much as Walkmore in them more than that yellow dog. And you see what he is. He had enough yellow, but he had a whole bunch of Mayday, and then you got Airball. So you can't really, but he got a whole lot of Walkmore, the way he's bred. But you got to give Walkmore their respect because he still got a lot of Walkmore to be a champion. And that's saying a lot because all this shit right here never left Walkmore Yard. It never benefited nobody else but them. Nobody else but them. No, they shit didn't get out here and do what you think it was supposed to do because it didn't. You know? And Yellow Dog had a lot of shit in him. He had Mayday, he had Barracuda, Grand Champion Amboss, but he had Walkmore on the top, Walkmore on the bottom. Tight Walkmore, good Walkmore. But that's the only, I guarantee you, pull up another champion with that much Walkmore in him. That's all I'm asking to prove my point. All this we see right here, why we can't get that? These dogs looking like Southern Kennel dogs. You know, look at all that shit. You got Big John all them, you got all the all them shit. You know, Miss Kitty, split ear. Let's go check them. I'm gonna go after split ear because I know split ear. Rattler, Red Thunder, and Champion Country. Okay, now as I say, I hear you, but they still walk them all. There's no other name. That's my point right there.
I noticed it had split ears as a ROM.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go grab another one. It's not the fact that it's not the ROM part. It's you're not gonna catch no ROM with anything outside of Walkmore. Kitty. Here go another ROM. I said, give me, with all the dogs they was selling, with all these breedings they was making, they was selling dogs, y'all. They was breeding dogs. I mean, they got my attention. Why you think I ended up there on Walkmore Yard breeding to them? Evidently, my way of thinking was like everybody else's. I'm up there going to breed to their ass. Come on now. Can't say I'm hating. Shit, I spent my damn money and went and bred to goddamn Little John. Even though I didn't get a chance to breed the Big John, I still bred to them. I wasn't up there like because they was bullshit. But I can tell you what I saw and wasn't flattered and never did get flattered based on the breeding. And we're talking about breeding the Sassy Girl. Sassy Girl, the mother to all that going hard shit. Off a Little Mayday. Never had a crap ass litter except for that litter.
Okay, so what's off of Miss Kitty?
Well, I'm going to see these all around. She's going through the cycle now. We're going to pull it up.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to find an all rim that ain't got Walkmore on. And see, we still got Walkmore dogs over this shit. That's my argument. With all that going on, we could never get none of that outside of Walkmore Yard. That's my argument. Yes, they drew a lot of people to them. Look at all that shit. Yeah, they drew a lot of people to them. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna get it. Deadeye, he probably the most producing dog, the first producing dog, and just a POR. That's even better than nothing, for real. You know, that means he was putting some dogs down. You ain't gonna find too many other, you ain't gonna find another dog that's doing that. You ain't gonna find no all women that ain't got Walkmore on it. Here you got one, look. You got one right here. Right there. And see, and he's coming off it. He's coming off a dead eye. He ain't tight like Yellow Dog, but he's still Walkmore. You know what I mean, Money?
Yeah.
I would say he's 50-50, but that's still a Walkmore dog.
You can't hate on what you see, man.
You can't hate on what you see. You can't hate on what you see. Because, you know, that's a fact right there. That dog is half Walkmore. And you ain't going to find too many dogs like Deadeye. That's all I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm open I mean, I just thought this is another dog. He a champion. So and look, he could throw. Yeah, he was bred into something that could help him out a lot, but at the same time, a POR, they tell you you ain't gonna, you don't see what you see what you're getting. That's a lot of breeding here. 3 pages.
Man, Story Dog Man said only gotta feed them and keep them pure.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, you know, in today's world, it really shouldn't even matter to you guys if you guys are not in the basement. If you're not in the basement, it shouldn't even fucking matter. I would try to keep the shit brother, sister, brother. It'd be so goddamn tight. It would be ridiculous if that's what, you know, if that's all I had to do. Would just take my papers and keep them tight.
Big shout out to my man, SBC Kennels. He said if it was pure trash, it would fade away. Maybe better cross, just like Turtle Buster. People say it's trash, but they cross it, got some Smoking Joe, Willie, and etc.
And here's the funny thing about that statement he just made. The damn dog was dead, y'all. The kennel was ruined. You hear me? The little Total Buster stuff that was out there, the brothers took across that shit, man, and brought that shit back to life. Brought that shit back to life. Yes. Kenny Gaines couldn't do shit with Total Buster, man. He couldn't get it. He could not get it. That's why his shit just drifted on away. You know what I mean? It was a popular 1 minute. Everybody drove to it. Everybody had a Total Buster dog. The crosses seemed like they was working, and then it just started dwindling. When he gave up. But he had so many of them out there. Like he said, the dogs that were out there, they was crossing it. And Total Buster was Kenny Gaines was out the game, but Total Buster was dead, y'all. And Total Buster got bulldogs out here right now. He got the genetic traits in his dogs out here right now. Good dogs. Run up a tree on your ass and get your ass out of there. Total Buster dog.
Good crosses save a lot of yards.
Save a lot of yards. You just got to have the right one. Because one thing about Total Buster, if he could carry the mouth along with him, that was the factor. If you could just get the dog to carry that ability and mouth out of Total Buster with him, you know what I'm saying? If you can get that into a good dog, man, you're gonna get a good dog. That's where he fell off at. He couldn't duplicate Total Buster. Because of how all the crosses he was making, man, he could not reproduce that dog.
Hey Mo, my man Stoic Dog Man asked a question. He asked, who bred Grand Champion Yellow to Nina? I have no idea. That's not like your shit.
To who? To Nina?
Yeah.
The only person that ever had him was David Tant and Carl Cruz. So whoever had Nina, they definitely went to Carl Cruz or David Tant to breed Yellow. But Yellow he was not in nobody else's hand but them two. And usually David Tant had him on his yard. On that story. Yeah.
Hey, just out of curiosity, Stoic Dog Man, did they produce that Grand Champion Yellow to Nina? Did it produce? Was it something that you wanted to speak on? I would be glad to take a look.
Yeah, that's the bottom side of that dog. That dog we was on. The dog, the dad I was bred to. Got that Mayday and Buck in him. Mayday and Buck. There go that Jesse Rod. There he is. That mug right there. Got that Gaston Bull Boy, Champion Bull Boy. That's Locklear. You know that's gonna go back to some days in May. And I would think that would be evolution. I would think it would be. Look how that shit bred though, man. Look how good that shit look.
Hey Mo, I had another pedigree for you, man. I don't know if I got to it. From my man Jason Amazing.
Okay. Hold on, let me go. Look, we gonna dive out of this one just a second here. We down here playing down his pedigree. Y'all see how this shit was bred, man? They bred a good one to deadeye though. I mean, definitely a good cross. And that's the bottom. So that was Walkmore. That's almost like Yellow Dog. You know what I'm saying, Mike?
Yeah.
And that's Champion Little Duke.
See, look at all that shit you're running across now.
Yeah, look at See, this is why the chat room does a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you see it right here, y'all. Okay? That's a good cross. And damn near, like I said, it's damn near like Yellow Dog. Because that dog got a whole lot of Mayday and Buck in him. Stone City, Barracuda.
It's just like almost like Yellow Dog.
So here's another dog. Okay, that was 2 dogs. That's 2 dogs I done seen tonight, y'all. That I can add. Now I can say I done seen 4 dogs, champion dogs, coming down off of some Walkmore shit that ain't got Walkmore name on it. You know what I mean? These are dogs outside of Walkmore yard. This would be them 2 pedigrees is the 4th. I didn't see 4 Walkmore dogs.
Okay. And to be honest, they're recent.
Oh yeah, these ain't old dogs. These is like they might be in that 20-year span.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the line is still there. Matter of fact, that's the one dog, Mike. That's just him on there twice.
Okay.
Yeah, him on there twice. Yep, so that's actually 3 dogs. And that dog right there is bred just like Yellow Man. The line, when you start talking about the blood, it was made up the same way.
Yellow Man or Yellow Dog?
Yellow Dog. Yep.
Nice ready for that number? Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm going to go up here right now. Hold on.
I don't know if I got that one. Pretty sure I missed that one.
The Chemo Dog is bred good. I liked him. I sure like to have seen some. We never did check his pedigree for our offspring. Let's go peep right quick, y'all. Okay. Like I said, it's like looking through a haystack. Some get lucky and then most don't. That's all I can say. Some get lucky and most don't when it comes to their dogs. Okay, I'm ready.
478 458. That's from my man Jason Amazing.
Now I can see that happening. Yeah, I can see that happening. Yes, I can. It just, this is like I said, Big John came up missing in 2000. So this dog would definitely have to been bred you know, back then, before 2000. This would have to be in 1999, 98, you know. But I can see Big John going to Rose. You see why? Because Carmel, remember that's how Tater's bred, Mike.
Yeah.
Snooty red boy. That's what was working for him. And that would put him around that time too there. You know what I'm saying, Money?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was around that time. That would have been back here in the 90s. That dog right there would have been in the 90s, that's for sure.
Okay, Mo. We're going up on 1 o'clock.
Okay, man, I'm ready, baby.
I like that dog right there, though.
Yeah, make sure we give a big shout out to Big Brother coming through here tonight, man.
Yeah. Big shout out to my man Jason Amazing and everybody else who put up them pedigrees. I like when y'all do that. Stay on point, stay on topic, get a chance for everybody to get an idea of what it looked like.
Right, because y'all be showing me shit, okay? Y'all be opening, y'all do not never let me down. Because you got an open forum here and you got a lot of people in here. And I know what all these people in the back street out of all the people. Because best believe we have 96 people in here, and I can guarantee you there's like 300 or 400 people in the back street watching this show.
Okay, Mom.
Big shout out to the back street.
I don't want to do my man wrong in the wood. You know.
So I gotta go back, put a number in.
Yeah.
I got it. Come on.
Okay, I hate to leave him out there like that.
Right, come on, man. We on radio already, bro.
Okay, you ready?
I got to put it up there and share it. Yep.
The number is 753-602.
Okay, what's the first number?
753-602.
Okay, hold on. Let me go get it. Let me go share it. That's interesting. Let me know when we see if we come up yet.
Yes, it's up there. That's in the wood.
That's a nice cross. I know that. That's an old. That dog got to be old. Because coming down off of Red Devil, that Mama Sasha, you know, that's an old ass breed right there. They had to be old. Unless that bitch lived over 20 years.
My man, Stoic Dog, man, he tripping, man. He said, Mo, we owe 99 tests, half my age.
Hey.
He throwing warning shots, Mo.
I'm not gonna I ain't gonna say nothing. I got my bulletproof vest on tonight. I got my bulletproof vest on. So they bouncing off. But look at that breed though, y'all. That's still a Patrick Yellow Cross. It don't gotta be Stone City. It ain't gotta be STP. That's a Boyle's cross. Yeah. But you're going to find Red Baby in there, and you already know how I feel about Red Baby Green Cross back into that Bolio shit. You can start counting up your money. You can count your money, guaranteed that. Your money good, as long as you got Red Baby up in there with that. Any one of them. It could be the two side, Maloney side, or it could be the straight Patrick side. But me, I'm going to give me that Tater shit. But long as Red Baby there, Red Baby's the key that made these dogs good. Same shit that made Grand Champion Buck and them good. Red Baby. That bitch right there. She's the key to all this shit.
Big shout out to Super Fresh Kennels in the house. I see you, fam.
Yeah, brother. Mm-hmm. Now, ain't that funny, y'all? That's Queen, and this is her brother. I said they look good. They look like it. And then you got Bobby Jr. He's a black dog anyway. But I had pictures of Spanky too, y'all, when I was up in Windy City Yard. I took all them pictures of Reno and Rocky. I mean, Crazy Tippy. I took a picture of every single dog on the yard. Every single dog. And it was snow outside. That man didn't say one word. He took me around to every single dog on his yard. And then he took me to his puppy cage inside.
They were serious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bro. 1251. I think we got all the pedigrees put in. Everything's
Nice
well
cross,
established,
though. That's a nice cross. That just show you that butt cross. Y'all can run around there and call it that boomerang. You know, you got them guys out there that holler that boomerang every time, you know, you throw some of them balls dogs up there. That tombstone, boomerang, bolio cross. You know, basically, you know, you got to throw your hank in there if you want to have you got the line in the brand. Throw some hang up in there, you got the brand. Nice cross, though. All right, Mike, I'm going to stop the sharing, man. Hold on. All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Did I have it up there?
Yeah, what the last pedigree?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was up there.
Okay.
We back.
Okay. Hey, man, I really enjoyed doing that shit. Man, I didn't know all these people was in here, but I know the Backstreet's flooded.
Right. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to all my people out there on the back street, everybody out there in the Shark Tank. You know, big shout out to my people, J-Rock coming through with the 10-piece. Hey, fellas, if you don't do nothing, do me a favor. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Another thing is participation. Shark Tank, keep doing what you do, baby. Love you for it.
Hey, I wanted to go on him and James, put him and James up there for a minute. Oh.
Well, if you see
I like what he
gotta
said.
put it up because I don't see it. I'm so far down.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you're way up there somewhere.
He said just because you go to outcross doesn't mean it's a failure. And he right. You need outcrosses sometimes. Sometimes you got to depend on making the right outcross. I mean, to me, outcrosses and 50-50s, you know, and 3 in and 1 out. If I was a dog man, that was my philosophy. James Pope taught me that one. Those are the ones that you look for. When you want to lock something in, then you start doing the mother, daughter, you know, brother, sister, you know, father, daughter, son, mother. You know, that's when you're trying to lock in something particular. You know, he wouldn't advise doing that at all unless you was doing something as far as locking it in. And you know, my opinion on doing that is like me taking Brett back to Mayday.
But see, y'all had an out already planned.
Right.
When you did that.
Right. Right. That's why every time you bred her to a Stone City dog, she produced.
Right.
Because, you know, it's not really an out, but it's a line breeding. You know what I'm saying? But it's not an inbreed. You know what I mean? You got two. It's still, when you add it up, it's still all one line. It's a line bred line, and we just adding different dogs. You know, basically the same dog when you use them buck, but not exactly the same.
And then you always was carrying that one, that atomic spider. You know, that grand champion.
Yeah, the Zebo, Tommy Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bentley's Bow and Honey Bunch.
Yeah.
That was in the second generation. Grand Champion Ace, the second generation. That's what it was. All four dogs was registered married.
You got all that close. I think that's what made our just a little bit more athletic.
To me, that was the move. That's what made our dogs different than the Stone City dogs. Our dogs was different than the Mayday dogs. They was different all because of Grand Champion Ace, because then nobody produced a line of damn Mayday dogs was going in the stifle like our dogs were going in the stifle. There wasn't too many of them dogs running around there biting hard as these dogs was biting. You know what I'm saying?
Not just on our yard, but other people's yard.
Other people's yard. That's what I'm saying. You know, you see them damn champions, and you hear there ain't no one or two of them motherfuckers out there. There's a whole bunch of them out there. And that one part that made them different than all the other dogs was they had that stifle. They had that Grand Champion Ace shit. That shit was able to carry down, you know, that was a genetic strain that just was this part of their makeup. If they were going to be working down, guess what they were going to be doing if they were going to be working down? Going into the back end and biting like hell.
Big shout out to my man, Mr. Henry James, for dropping by. Appreciate the love, fam. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to my man, NB4 Fire. I see you, fam. Hey, man. Look, I'm ready to get us out of here, man.
Hey, man, that's what always, man. I really appreciate the shit. I have fun.
Okay. Well, you know, you didn't get a chance to dive into your book because, again, you know, big shout out to my man, Super Kennels Marlowe, coming in, showing the love. I know once y'all be at it, it'd be like a phone call. Hey, but I want everybody to understand the purpose of the conversation. One of the major purposes of the conversation tonight is promoting your dogs. You know, it's not like it used to be. You know, stay safe. Be careful how you do what you do. Move like you understand what you're doing. You know, because I hate to see people get caught up on crazy shit simply because, you know, the way you talk about these things. They get real petty with this stuff. And I just thought we talk about everything else. What we talk about here, we always in the past. No, but things we done in the past, y'all can't do in the future. And that's basically everything. So there's going to be a lot of changes. Support your local and your national dog shows, you know, because that's how you're going to flip the script on how people look at these dogs, and the conversations will change. But until then, I want y'all to don't forget to hit that like button and understand, you know, everything that we talk about over here, we're always going to have our opinion, you know. Just because we say it, don't make it right. But what we try to do, we try to stand on what we're saying, and that's why we produce receipts. We want to do more than just be talking about it. It's easier to talk about it and show you what we talk about than to just be talking. Okay? So feel free at any given point, any time, that y'all can do the same thing, because we do run an open format. Just because we say it does not always make it true. But we stand on what we say because we're going to bring receipts. So all we ask you to do is be prepared to do the same thing. Don't just talk about it. Bring some receipts and we'll go over them, and we're going to have a legitimate conversation. So until then, fellas, appreciate everybody for showing up, showing out. It's always well appreciated. Y'all know, hopefully, if God permit, we'll be back here Friday. Don't forget to hit them like buttons and show me some love. I still got enough people in here for, not just for my guests, Super Kennels, Marlo, but for yourself and all the people who showed up. Show some love and give me some damn thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Come on now, y'all. Give some thumbs up.
Muscles, muscles, muscles. Now, get your damn self some roses, roses. You need damn roses. Show your love. Remember, that don't cost you nothing. Don't cost you one red penny. When my people come back and they look at this, I want them to see the love that the community has for what we do and what you do. Because believe it or not, fellas, it is always and will always be appreciated. So come on, let me do this again. So I see the same old people doing it, but I need this. I wouldn't care if you put one muscle, one rose, one thumbs up. Something is better than nothing. So one more time. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Muscles, muscles, muscles. Now, give me some damn roses. Roses. We need them damn roses. Show some love.
Show some love.
There we go. Thank you. Okay. Outside of that, fellas, no. We always talk about, blood and all that other kind of shit. But regardless of how old this game is and how, young you are in this game, there are just some very important factors. And without me going over all the factors that matters in this game, the most important one for me is, be dedicated to whatever you do and how you're doing it. Just don't go on what people say, and what you hear. Sometimes it's just pay to take things and make it your own. Because when you make it your own is when you're going to be, you're going to be more appreciated by calling it your own. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, it's not that easy. So be dedicated to what you do. Be dedicated to the work and how you do it. And always, be willing to always to win.
Always got to win.
We just don't like sitting back talking about it. We really be talking about be about it. Big shout out to my man, Fort Lauderdale D. I know you always hanging on the Backstreet fam. I appreciate the thumbs up, man. I really appreciate the thumbs up, baby.
Big shout out to the Backstreet.
So until Friday, I'm going to leave y'all with a good note. Hold on. Let me just rock y'all out of here. Because you know how I'm fixing to do it. Yep. Hey, Mo, I'll holler at you later, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Better know my head, but don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them pit bulls. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it. Be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code we live in the game with them pit bulls. See the proof and how to give from the pit to the trophies. Every chain, every game. Don't talk about it, be about it. Be about it. Most wanted Kennels in the spotlight, danger alert, come with the name. Super Kennels competition, all built for the fame. Work Kennels was the work and work, while Cherokee kept the game strong. Evolution built a bloodline, where the heart come from. These dogs ain't hype, they the truth in the pit. Every pedigree stamp, when them paws hit the street. Ain't no fairy tales, this that real y'all grit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the pit bull script. Shout the brothers with the backbone thick. Veer brothers, color brothers, Bishop brothers legit. They don't talk about it, they be about
about it every day. Put the work in and y'all let the results say. Them boys on the rise, yeah, the circle stay tight. Plow boys, wall boys, Havana boys in the fight. Different flags, same grind, same fire, same spit. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the litmus test.
Legend of doom, behind set tone. Locked tight, locked in, carved in stone. Church boys hold it with the pit bull gauge. Fruit colors on man, Sean B in the maze. Arsenal gang deal, but your knife stay sharp. Only in America, walk them down, ram in the dark. DSK and metal, high dog, pound by hard. When they hit, praise to the men who rock this shit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, they live it.
Fat boy the legend, real buster, real strong. Southern bulldog, keep the bloodline long. Latin force pressure, sniper don't miss. Shaded day, shaded with a killer instinct. Twist, super night, power, unit whole rank. Boot camp, click hitting like a Sherman tank. Little fine with the vision. Tennessee dog pound, got their eyes on the pit. All legendary and lit as shit. Don't talk about it, be about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Yeah, they built it brick by brick. Talk about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it. That's the yard law, from the pups to the legends. Everybody stand tall. Every name on this track got a story that's lit. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Every name on this track got a story that's lit.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Call this some legendary pit bullshit. 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 Pit bullshit.
Yeah. It's more Mike in the house.
Going hard with the legends. Paying homage, you know. Yo. Twins Mo and Mike, we running this game. Legends in the making, never gonna be the same. Kennels popping hard, these game dogs raised right. The brat, pretty mama, they shining so bright. LaMayday, what a day, they breathe the heat. Red Ruby L Rod, they can't accept defeat. With 38 special and yellow bird, we top tier champions, grand champions, ain't no fear.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Mayday bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some baby we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk about it. We the real deal, you know it's no doubt about it.
KPTO, the modern Earl Tudor. Got in the pack, making moves like a tutor. APT, family thick, like legends in the game. Legend of them, Triple M. Shout out the name, Deep South, Roadblock. We upholding tradition. Mama, Southern Kennels, we got that ambition. Hardcore hitters, Stone City brings the fire. The Abrahams, the fam lifting us higher.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Mayday bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some baby we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Listen up, respect the hustle, respect the grind. Ben, Nate Dogg, putting in work intertwined. Keeping that legendary status alive, you feel? Don't hate on the ride, catch the bus, we keep it real. What's history without a future? We pay the way, captain. We make it happen, that's the play.
So here's to the champions, run the race, stand tall. Twins Mo and Mike, we gon' answer the call. Legends in the game, yeah, we holding it down. In the world of game dogs, we wearing the crown.
Run the register of merit, we got the elite. Mayday bug Jeep, yellow Frisco, feel the beat. Females like honey bunching out some baby we tight. Bloodline strong, spreading knowledge, taking flight. Scratch to win, don't talk, be about it. We the real deal, you know it's true, no doubt about it.
Shout out to Ohio Cash, the man with the plan, Rastaman Boom, Schoolboy, aka the. There's levels to this game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Develop your game. Rob.
Going hard, Kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. From yellow Mayday 8s, they bred real stars. Welcome to the yard where the legends get raised, where the chain spots shine and the bloodlines praise. Grand champ King Kunta with that royal type stride. Red ruby in the pen, red hot worldwide. The brat in the cut, keep the hustle on track. Pretty mama got the look and the structure intact. L-Ride bring the heat, yellow bird bring the flame. Gus and 38 special certified in the game. What day in the ring, crowd love in the scene. Dogs moving like ghosts in the champion's dream. From yellow to buck, their foundation is tough. Yellow buck in the veins, yeah, the roots run rough. Mayday in the pedigree, ace in the spine. That old school fire still alive in the line. Twin brothers in command, pushing forward with pride. Going hard on the banner, let the whole world ride. Hard work in the yard, every sunrise earned. Legacy in the dirt, with every chain spot turn. No shortcuts taken, no champions bought. Just blood, sweat, time, and the lessons they taught. Going hard, Kennels, yeah, we run this yard. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike, every day they go hard. Line stack heavy like a deck full of cards. Yellow Mayday ace turning pups into stars. Sheriff Pal bought us in the game, stamp legit. Find him in Tornadoes pedigree. Hall of Fame, double grand champion. James Pogay, the formula showed how to build and sustain. Blueprints in the blood, yeah, the knowledge remain. T.O. our partner, Ohio Cash showed how to win. Turn losses into lessons, now it's trophies we spin. Mama, Triple M, deep south in the mix. Arsenal, Kennel, Stone City, solid foundations, no tricks. Hardcore, BLB up in the spec, it's 6. Yes, Tom, Tony Wade, Southern Kennels, real ones through time. Time from Pro Set, Windy City, combined in place, low tight, apex, pressure built for the chase. Gotta eat boys, black ice, hunger sharp as a blade. Third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid. Yeah, I said third verse for the legacy, every debt fully paid. Yeah, we in the trenches, feel that hunger in the air. Yeah. Welcome to the yard. If you're tough, you can stare. Yeah, welcome to the yard. Where the chain spots shine, bloodlines run deep, every pedigree's prime. The game APBT, worldwide pride. You come correct, or stay the hell outside, legacy made. We grind, we hustle. Twin bosses, Mo and Mike locked in the scuffle. Yeah, we run the yard, iron fists and grit. When the sun comes up, no, we never gon' quit. Udo and Devo, legends carved in stone. Patrick Bolio made the yard they home. Tanned in yellow, they whisper through the trees. Echoes of greatness, feel that legacy breeze. Going hard, yeah, we run this yard. Nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodline stack heavy, 52 ways so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard where greatness prevails. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes, all on the fucking deal. Pressure creates knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Tails in the dirt, every chain spot turn, lessons learned hard. Like the scars we earn, no shortcuts taken. Champions ain't bought, just blood and sweat. This legacy taught from Mayday to Ace, Buck to G. Every warrior counts, we ain't losing no sleep. Heat like a furnace, knowledge is the key. In the yard we trust, we got the pedigree. Feel the intensity, blaze in the fight. In the shadows of the yard, we rewrite the night. From the ring to the chain, we like kings cut out. Mo and Mike, every victory's what we shout. Going hard, yeah, we run this yard. Nothing but the best. We don't play it soft, bloodline stacked heavy, 52 ways so strong in this dog-eat-dog world. We know where we belong, the yard in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Yard in the dirt. Yeah, knowledge and hard work. It's how history bakes. Yeah, legacy in the dirt. Yeah, feel that fame. The game APBT. Remember the name, so step back. If you can't handle the heat, the yard's going hard. Put the game on repeat. It's Mo and Mike. Kings in this game, going hard. Kennels forever ain't the same, nigga.